everybody, and welcome back to the Alpha League pod fights. It's a pod fight here today between the Deathwatch and the Necrons. My name is Slowwolf, and I'm going to be your host for today and your caster for today. Very exciting times for me. Look, Deathwatch and Necrons are obviously, lifelong enemies. Necrons think that everybody else is a bug that needs to be squashed, and the Deathwatch hate everything that's not them. So, this should be an interesting fight. Now, the lists themselves, one of them has popped up actually on the podcast. You can go ahead and check that out on Sundays, 2 p.m. EST. And yeah, we go over lists, we do all that stuff, and we talked about this list. And I remember talking about it and thinking, man, this is actually a pretty sick list. Well, now we get to see it in action, and I'm very, very stoked for that. Let's go ahead and actually take a look at what's going on in game, shall we? So to get things started off, hey, welcome. We got Arc here, or Arctic Fire, on our Deathwatch, and we got the Toby 27 on our Necrons over here. You can see that the armies themselves are vastly different in terms of makeup and how they work. So why don't we go into the lists? Now, if you want the lists yourself, hey, guess what? I got you covered. Welcome to the list party. Population, you guys. Wow, ain't that just the sickest? Here you go, have your lists. Oh, the Pants also beat me to it. What a douche. Thanks. I appreciate that, Pants. So, for today, we have in our Deathwatch corner a battalion, which consists of 3 Proteus kill teams, each of them outfitted with 5 Deathwatch veterans with shotguns, and 5 Vanguard veterans with lightning claws and, I believe, storm shields, despite what it looks like there, I promise you. That is correct. So effectively, 15 Vanguard vets, 15 objective holders, all of them OBSEC, all of them annoyed, and all of them are combat squatted. We know this ahead of time because that's just how ARC plays it. Fine. In our HQ slot, we have 3 different HQs. We got our captain here. This captain has the Aegis Dominus, which gives everybody within 6 inches and his core a 5-up invuln save. This would be very important for the shotgunners and very, very important for the majority of the meat of the list, which happens to be these dreadnoughts in the back that we'll get to. This person also has the nowhere to hide aura, which means that if you point to something, they don't get cover from your shooting within 6 inches of the guy. And they're also an ultramarine, which means that they have they have the ultramarine warlord trait for the 5-up. I get my command points back, which is always nice to have. Then we have the lieutenant. The lieutenant himself has the omni. Look, long story short, they have the Vorkan pattern auspicator, which gives them a unpronounceable aura, which allows them to point to something and say, hey, everybody within range of me have +1 to hit that thing if it's flying. Handy little piece of anti-tech going against something like Drukhari, for instance. So we'll see that being useful, as well as the reroll 1s to wound aura there. And finally, we have the Master of the Forge, the Tome Primaris Tech Marine, as long as it's, noted here. Look, it's a Primaris Tech Marine. It's the Master of the Forge. This boy comes with the Tome of the Exoclades, which for 1 turn allows you to re-roll wound rolls against a data sheet of your choice. Really powerful stuff. Has the ability to repair the Dreadnoughts, do a bunch of other stuff, and also has the Warden of the Ancients Warlord trait to give him the ability to give a Dreadnought +1 to strength and attacks. The strength part isn't super important, but the attacks are important. Why? Because we have 3 Redemptive Dreadnoughts. Each of these comes with a Power Fist of the Redemptive variety. That is strength ×2, so like ridiculously strong 14, 15 with the Tech Marine being around. But that, has 4 attacks hitting at that, 5 on the charge, 6 if it's next to the Tech Marine itself. So that's on all 3 of these Redemptive Dreadnoughts. Despite what it looks like, they are outfitted with Macroplasma Incinerators. So that gives them that little bit of extra anti-tank, anti-elite infantry plasma goodness. They have an Onslaught Gatling Cannon in the other fist. Storm Bolters, allegedly. Let me just check to see that is the case here. No, on the list here it says Fragstorm Grenade Launchers. I'll just need to make sure that is still the case during play. But those should have Fragstorm Grenade Launchers, which will be helpful in this matchup. If it is Storm Bolters, then somebody wrote his list wrong. And yeah, that's it. They do not have Icarus pods on them. So that's all 3 of those. Then we have 2 twin Volkite Contemptor Dreadnoughts. These guys are currently the thing that's keeping Space Marines really abundant in the meta. Without these things, Space Marines tend to do worse. If you don't know what it does, hey, strength 6, AP 0, damage 2 doesn't sound great, but when you have 16 shots of it at 45 inches, with all the rerolls in the world, and it does mortal wounds, yeah, it's a good time. There is also a 3rd Volkite Contemptor Dreadnought here, but it only has 1 Volkite gun. The other fist has a Dreadnought Close Combat Weapon, which is just an AP -3 flat 3 damage weapon at strength 14. Look, it's not bad. It's not as good as the Redemptors, but it's pretty, it'll do the trick. And there's your Deathwatch list. This thing is going to slap really hard. It is particularly strong in firepower. It has the ability to wipe almost and shoot and leaf blow almost anything off of the field. There's almost nothing you can do to stop that. So we'll have to see. The interesting thing missing from the characters is Rites of War. Why do I remember there being a Rites of War somewhere? But you're right, they don't have it. So there really is only these 30 models here that have OBSEC. Everybody else is just relying on being good. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens. So that's them. As far as secondaries for the Deathwatch go here, they have not picked it apparently, which is wrong. Because they're already deploying, they should have picked them already. Doesn't matter. Let's move on to the Necrons. The Necrons form a battalion and a patrol. They are all from the same dynasty. Can you say it with me? Relentless, expansionist, and eternal conquerors. This means everybody's got OBSEC and has that 6-inch pre-game move. To head things off, we've got 3 Chronomancers, 2 of which have the Entropic Lance, and 1 has an Aeon Stave, probably for points, now that that thing costs 10 points less than the Entropic Lance guys. We also have the Overlord. The Overlord has to be the Warlord here today. They have a War Scythe, they have the Relic Orb of Eternity, and they have the Thrall of the Silent King Warlord trait, which gives it a +3 inches to his aura of move 1 extra inch, and he can point to MI will be done at a unit from 12 inches away. Finally, Toby has spent 2 CP to make him the Hand of the Pharaon, which in this case means he can go ahead and point at 2 different core units and give them I will be done. What a time to be alive. Hey, so what's core on the list? Have you seen 60 Necron warriors? Well, you have now. So here's all 60 of them ready to go, doing their thing. There's also a squad of 5 Goths Immortals, which are also core. Backing this up in the list, I didn't recognize the Royal Warden when I did my homework this morning, but that's fine. Backing this up, we have not 1, not 2, but 3 different squads of 9 Scarabs, which are currently being deployed front and center on the front lines to be able to get that board space as quickly as possible on this on this priority target mission. Makes sense. Look, these guys are really, really good at what they do. The only problem they have now is that they are extremely vulnerable to the no prisoners secondary, so we'll have to see how that goes for them. Finally, in our patrol, like I mentioned before, we have our Goths Immortals. We do have a Luminor Xeris. Luminor Xeris is a helpful little cryptech. He can go ahead and use his Rites of Reanimation on 3 different units if he uses the stratagem to do the extra 1, and he does 2 naturally, so, you know, he's pretty good to have in the thick of it. He can buff the Necron Warriors to be toughness 5, get extra Ballista skill. Heck, he can make them strength a little bit higher as well if they need to go ahead and punch things in close combat, although it is a bit random, so there you have it. He's also useful for doing that anti-psychic. He's got a lance that actually does some decent damage from range, D6 damage, D3 shots. You know, it could be worse. Finally, we have a Royal Warden, and the Royal Warden here is a bit of a personal favorite of mine. I've got a soft spot for the guy. He's got the Veil of Darkness, so coupled with his 6-inch aura of +1 inches to movement, he also has adaptive strategy so people can charge and they can fall back and shoot and charge, and he has the Veil of Darkness to be able to teleport people around. The only thing missing from this combo, in my opinion, from what I play, is the ability to also reroll charges for core units, but I digress. You can see what the list is doing very obviously. There's also the 2 Crypto Thralls here to help out the Chronomancers stay alive, and more importantly to be Action Monkeys for the list. For 40 points, you have 4 wounds that are relatively annoying to get through, and they can just keep doing actions all day long. Solid list. So, here's the big thing. Am I sure it's priority targets? That's what it said up here. So yeah, I'm pretty sure. As far as the secondaries go, look, this ought to be an interesting one. I do like looking at secondaries, and I love seeing how they turn out. Let's go ahead and start off with Arctifier here. We got no prisoners, no surprise there, based off of what I just said. With all the wounds on the field, that's... as long as the Deathwatch do what they're supposed to be doing, which is kill everything, there's going to be no shortage of points on no prisoners. We got Assassination. Assassination's interesting, because all the characters can actually get back up from dying, so assassinating them and killing them all for sure is actually going to be difficult to do, but not impossible, especially with the amount of firepower that there is. And finally, we have Engage in all fronts. Interesting choice, considering that the Deathwatch list has exactly 15 models that move fast. The rest of them, not so much. Also, it's priority target. That should probably be priority target, right? It's the best secondary in the game. So yeah, a little bit of a dubious pick, I think, from my perspective, but we'll see if Arctic Fire's ideas work here. He wants to spread around, get his Vanguard veterans in their face as fast as possible, and keep them alive as much as they can. Mind you, Necron warriors are uniquely suited to dealing with Vanguard vets, so we'll have to see how that goes. And Assassination is going to be a tougher call than it might look due to 5-up invuln saves, reanimation, and the amount of screening that there is on this Necron list. There is a lot of damage in the Deathwatch list, a lot of damage, but we'll have to see how that works out. For the Necrons today, we have engage on all fronts, priority target, and retrieve Arctarius data. This makes good sense to me. Engage on all fronts here is a smart pick, just because of how fast the Scarabs are in particular. Priority target is a no-brainer on this mission. It is too good not to. All you need to do is hold your home objective the whole game, and you get 15 points. It's not even that difficult. And in particular, because they're all OBSEC, there's a chance you could steal your opponents and get 5 points instead of 3 points for a turn. Scary times. Finally, we've got Rod, or to retrieve Arctarius data, as it's now known. It's a good pick, but it's going to cost something. There is the infantry necessary to do it, but like the Scarabs can't do it, right? Like they're not infantry, and a lot of the other infantry in the list is, I mean, well, we do have these 5 flayed ones. I forgot about them. They're in the list as well. But we have 5 flayed ones to help. We have the 2 Crypto Thralls to help. We have Necrons that can do it as well. So there's no shortage of units that can do it. But in order to get the 3 corners, you're going to have to probably sacrifice the shooting of one of your bigger Necron warrior blobs to do it, which feels bad, man. You could also just time time your protocols, there we are, your command protocols correctly, and then that way you can get the shoot and also do an action thing as well. So there are options here. It's not without certain things. It's not without ideas. So for those of you wondering, this is priority targets. The mission involves moving around 2 of the objectives, also 4 of the objectives around the map. Then each player picks one in their territory to be their priority objective. Every turn that they hold it, at the end of their turn, they get 3 points for theirs, or for their opponents, and they get 5 points for holding both. This is a hold 1, hold 2, hold 3 mission. I'm surprised that neither player decided to go for Stranglehold, considering how strong some of the units are at holding objectives, particularly the Necrons here, actually. Because Engage on All Fronts is great. They have all these Scarabs to move out, but as soon as the Scarabs are down in the Veil of Darkness, they're tots. If there's not enough gas to keep that in the tank going, then I'll be interested. Yeah, that's really about it for the mission. I'm going to go ahead and just dim down the music a little bit, because I imagine it's a little loud. I've been shouting over it for a little while now. There we go. That should help a touch. Ooh, that should help a touch more. How about them apples? As things begin here, we have to ask ourselves who's in a winning position. Right now, I think that the Necrons have what it takes to win the mission, but they need to be careful to make sure to limit the Dreadnoughts and their ability to do the damage that they have. There is no way the Necrons kill them this game. I don't think the Dreadnoughts die. They need to be swamped. They need to be rendered largely useless, but they cannot, under any circumstances, be killed. Like, I don't see how. Even if you use every stratagem you possibly have on these Gauss Reapers, man, that's a tough call. As for the Deathwatch, they've got the ability to fight back. The Dreadnoughts are obviously going to be key here. They need to be shooting every single turn, because that's the only way they're going to get the anti-horde that they need. But if they don't, if those guys get tagged and the Vanguard vets get predictably shot off the board, because as soon as the Vanguard vets do something, the Royal Warden's going to be like, okay, unit that got attacked by Vanguard vets, if you're not dead, fall back, everybody shoot it, kill them horribly, because Gauss Reapers are excellent at that, and then keep moving forward. There needs to be some careful play from Ark. If he's overconfident, it's going to cause some issues. If he doesn't kill off a unit, there is the Relic Orb of Eternity to get a bunch of Necron Warriors back. There's Luminar Xeris to get a bunch of Necron Warriors back. These Necron Warriors are going to be relatively tougher to kill if luck goes accordingly well for the Necrons, since the Luminar Xeris can make them toughness 5. Yeah, there's some stuff here. So it's definitely a touch difficult, honestly. Before they finish deploying, can you check whether or not they've deliberately chosen to not move objectives rather than forgetting? Yeah, I'll go ahead and poke them then. While we're at it, we can actually hear them. Hey, folks. Can I ask you guys a question? Sorry to interrupt. Have you guys are playing the priority targets mission? Have you guys moved the objectives?
Oh
no, but we.
That is a very good point.
That should have been done before deployment. Good to know. As you were. So once you guys are done, We're good here, so you can go ahead and start when you're ready.
Yeah, it's fine.
So that was interesting. Good call there, Pants. Thank you. If the warriors can take out the infantry, maybe just hide two of the leftmost objectives. But yeah, I think the table basically is tabled. Yeah, I think table/basically tabled is likely. Just remains to be seen if it ends up the same as the knights. Agreed. There needs to be, like, if Necrons get first turn, the Deathwatch are on a horribly rough back foot. Because everything's going to surge forward, everything's going to be largely annoying to get rid of because of 5-up invuln saves, reanimation, all that stuff. And they might score the full on no prisoners. But then there's also, like, the Deathwatch secondary that allows them to, like, kill units of Xenos. I'm surprised that hasn't been picked up. I'll need to check out the specifics of that one to be happy about that. Let me just... You know what? Let me check out the chapter approved rules. Okay, please bring me here. Just need to check things here. That's their crusade stuff. Deathwatch chapter approved rules. Okay, so the long vigil. Nope. Call order. No. Which one is it? Yeah, never mind. It's bad. Never mind. So the one I was thinking of was the Deathwatch secondary that allows you to get 1 point for every Xenos unit you've killed. Sadly, these units are so huge that killing them is not only a bit of a tall order, but you're only getting like a couple of points because there's so few large units. It's terrible. Never mind. It might be the same category as no prisoners. Yeah, it is as well. So yeah, no dice there. The Necrons are nearly fully deployed. The flayed ones in reserve. There is a Royal Warden left to put down. We've got the Deathwatch pretty much frontlined. The Necrons pretty much frontlined here. As far as lines of sight go, there's like the entire Necron army is just ready to get shot. If the Deathwatch get the first turn, they're going to wipe out like a good, like all of these units, which is just a rough place to be. So, you know, we'll have to see what happens. At least this flank will be safe. And there is the 6-inch pregame move to get everybody within dents and into cover and all that stuff to help as well, but like that might not be enough to stop all these dreadnoughts from doing their damage. Speaking of which, there's all these dreadnoughts right in the middle with perfect sightlines down pretty much every avenue they needed to stop the Necrons from getting forward without causing problems. Necrons really want first turn here. I think that's a pretty safe bet. Like, if Necrons don't get first turn, this could be rough. If Necrons do get first turn, then it's going to be rough for the Deathwatch. That roll matters so much more than it ought to in this case. Those auras are pretty difficult to interpret. Can one of the players change the colors or something? Well, the good news is I kind of know the majority of those auras, but I don't know why these guys have auras. I think it's literally just 9-inch circles to stop people from Veil of Darknessing in here. That's what all that is. And there's a couple of 6-inchers right in here. Over here, the auras are for the Relentless March, the Chronomancer abilities, and Illuminor Zaris, I suppose, should have a circle as well, but doesn't. You get the idea. As long as the players understand it, then that's good. And I can kind of deal with it, but yeah. All the auras on the Deathwatch side are to stop Veil from happening turn 1, which is an interesting tactical decision. I would not say it's my first tactical decision. Objectives. I'm going to go ahead and be annoying to them. Because I like being annoying to them. So, at this point, they need to move the objectives. This should have been done before deployment, so don't be a peanut. Do your stuff pre-game and do it in the correct order, and you'll be a happy camper. The reason why it matters is because depending on who's moving which objectives and where, this objective could be further in here to help the Necrons stay alive. This one could be further out there or further back here, and the same goes for the Deathwatch. There's a very high possibility that Necrons would love to move this objective closer to them, and just simply allow the Deathwatch their priority objective for the game. And whilst also being able to keep all of their stuff within relatively simple hold and keep held sort of situations. The Pants mentions, with neither player having taken objective control secondaries, there's no real incentive for the Deathwatch to expose their infantry. Just hold back their two objectives, focus on killing and outscore. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Judge has said, don't move them. No moving the objectives. Judge said so. Roll when ready. Now, there's not much incentive for the Space Marines to do anything. This is true, but there's a lot of incentive for the Deathwatch to do stuff. So right now, the Deathwatch have rolled a 1 to go first. The Necrons have rolled a 6. That's important for the Necrons, very obviously, and is going to put the Deathwatch immediately on the back foot. That isn't to say that they're out of this, but it does mean that they're going to be in a trickier spot than they would be otherwise, especially without their pregame moves. And we'll get things started. I'm going to go ahead and dim this music down just a wee bit further, because as awesome as it is, we do actually want to hear what the players are saying. So let's go ahead and get this party started. Inch pregame moves moving up here through the middle. Scarabs have moved forward.
Scarabs do not have vents in charge.
They do not, but they move pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a 7-inch charge with a reroll.
Like
so that will tag the Redemptors. Now, Redemptors actually have a pretty good fight into Canoptic Scarab Swarms, since they just do flat 4 damage with their fists, at least. Yeah, the Scarabs don't really want to be the one tagging them. If I were to tag these guys with anything, it would actually be the Necron Warriors. But, hey, Scarabs are going to do what Scarabs got to do. And move forward. Again, the secondaries for today, it's an interesting one for these secondaries. Arc, obviously, having gone no prisoners is good, but he is really focusing on killing things. Engage on all fronts is going to be extremely difficult for him now, because the Necrons are going to be up there taking a lot of space very quickly. And making sure to have engage on all fronts means you need to have like 3, units in all 3 quarters. It's easier on this mission than most, but with these Scarabs moving directly into their face, tying them up,
warriors, which is kind of
it's not what you want to be
for
seeing.
no reason at all.
Contemptors don't mind being tagged so much because their weapons aren't blast. That's absolutely true. And Pants mentions that it's very foolish of Arc to put his Redemptors on the front line. I would agree with you there. To not have any sort of shield there is a bit of a rough one. Especially because first turn shooting is going to be very light out of this Necron force. But, as it stands, they're there. And if they were going to go ahead and do anything, at least they're going to fight together. Because if you tag one Redemptor, chances are you're going to want to tag the other 2. Or you're going to end up boxing them in, but then they'll still be able to shoot. It's a weird one. I'm not sure how I would play this myself.
Fair
I'll
warning, my
Toby's
mouse
thinking.
is currently malfunctioning a bit, so that will probably come up a couple of times.
Alright, no problem.
Just,
yeah, and this is all, by the way, pre-game movement. This is like Necron movement
to select
turn
my
0.
warriors, which is very fun.
Now, hilariously, the Contemptors are back here. They are probably more important for Arc to keep alive, in Arc's opinion. I would assume because of the fact that they do mortal wounds. Now, it's worth mentioning that the mortal wounds from the Contemptor Dreadnoughts are, you can reanimate against them since they are the result of an attack. But they do offer a way to kind of thin down some hordes, do a bunch of extra damage to Scarabs. And Scarabs have the worst possible wound profile going into those things, going into those Volkite rifles. Volkite Contemptor Dreadnoughts. The Volkite Culverins, there we go, that's the word I was looking for. They have the worst possible defensive profile going into those things out of anything else I can think of in the game. So, keeping those Contemptors able to shoot, rather than the Redemptors, makes good sense, I think, in this mission type. And if anything's going to go ahead and punch Scarabs in the face perfectly, I would be actually very happy to let the Redemptors be the ones do that. So we can take a look at all this movement down here. No. Illuminator of Xeris does not get access to the benefits of the dynasty because he's a dynastic agent. I know this one. Judge, permission to tell him to move Illuminator of Xeris back. It was only like 3 inches, but still. It's worth keeping in mind that dynastic agents do not get the benefits of the.
I think that'll be my pre-game move.
Granted, okay.
And then let's
one quick thing. Sorry, Judge intervention moment. Xeris is a dynastic agent, does not get the benefits of dynasty trades.
That is very correct.
That is.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Back to it.
Keep forgetting about that.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Thank
I
you,
learned all
Slowwolf.
about dynastic traits and set tenets and all
I
that stuff.
literally
It drives
said
me
that
nuts.
earlier too.
Yeah.
So,
Anyway, alright, so turn 1, I'm in Protocol of the Sudden Storm,
everyone gets plus inch
which
movement as
will
long as they're
give me
within range
1
of a
extra
character,
movement
which
on pretty much
everybody
anything.
is.
Yeah, pretty much everything. So, command phase. Let's see.
So we have
use
3
these
5 up
up
and
here.
bold saves to roll out. I imagine.
So
those are
my
all
will be
scarabs.
done. Going on this warrior blob and this warrior
My
blob
will be
over
done
here.
going into the 2 middle warrior blobs. Okie dokie. There's very few other targets for them to go on.
I'll just use these for my chronometrons, which will for the time being. Be
Beyond
going
the
on all
scarabs. Okay, so all the scarabs, that's all 27 of them, now have access to a 5-up invuln save. Okay.
So, I won't bother with fall back and shoot because I'm not in combat.
Alright, so that should bring us to the movement phase. I fully expect that there's going to be an emphasis on trying to hold a variety of different objectives here. None of these can advance in charge, but they all do move 13 inches this turn. So these scarabs will very happily be able to tag the Redemptors if they so choose. The other thing they could do is just sit there and stop them from getting onto the objective. Sure. At this point, though, he needs to make sure that he reduces the amount of firepower coming in. It's a difficult choice because this castle here is largely unassailable by the Necron forces. We'll have to see what Toby's thinking. Okay, these scarabs move forward 11 of their 13 inches so far. They can go further. Unless if they only have a movement of 10? Am I getting mistaken? I am. Sorry, they only have a movement of 11. I don't know why I said 13. I do know why I said 13. Canoptic Wraiths move 12. Wraiths and scarabs are not the same thing.
Fine.
So these guys here can only move, they move 7 this turn because of Relentless March, so they can move up to 5 inches this turn because of the woods. We'll have to see how far they go into the woods. Cool, so he's going on to the objective. Makes good sense. Moving in blocks. This is Warhammer Fantasy all over again. Not sure how I feel about that, but it is what it is. Okay, well, that's all very well and good. These scarabs are going to move forward their thing. This is an interesting play, because all of this is OBSEC, for sure, but all of these scarabs are actually a lot more fragile than they might look. I'm not sure if Toby realizes just how much firepower these Dreadnoughts put out. Like, I've played a similar list to this with Necrons, and I found it frustrating because of the lack of killing power and how easily your stuff could die, especially nowadays. It's a tough call. Okay, Chronomancer moving into the obscuring terrain to make sure that he is safe from shooting, and to be able to have put a 9-up invulnerable save on either one of 2 targets, whoever survives. If either one survives.
Of course, yeah.
Honestly.
At the beginning of the turn, I have to declare what command doctrine I'm in this turn.
Oh.
And of course,
Yeah,
I will
sure.
be in Devastator.
Of course he'll be in Devastator.
Because
I don't think it's going to matter this turn that much. I'd honestly go straight into Combat Doctrine, because the amount of AP is not going to matter on any of the targets that he wants to shoot. This is going to be a tough one. Do we know which battlefield role Ark has chosen his rerolls against? One would assume it's either troops or fast attack. We'll see shortly. Illuminar Xeris moving forward. He's going to be within range of these Necron warriors to give them a buff. I think Toby's hoping to give them the toughness 5 to make them that much more difficult to actually wound, because then nothing will be wounding them on 2s in this game. Crypt Patrols moving back a little bit. I assume that if they aren't doing the Retrieve Octarius data, something else
that'll be it
is.
for my first movement.
If he remembers to Retrieve Octarius data, it's a hard thing to remember.
No psychic.
He forgot.
Oh, actually, end of movement. Illuminor does his thing.
You remembered
so
Illuminor.
these will be getting an augment. And that'll be 1, which I think is the strength, which I'm not too keen on.
Yep, okay, that's not what he wanted.
Yep, that is strength. So, fucking.
So all these guys now have +1 strength.
These warriors up here.
So at least they're strength 5. That's pretty cool. They're
Oh,
winning space
no.
marines on 3s.
+1 strength.
Pants, I'm in agreement with you. Pants says, of course, I'll be in Devastator.
There we
Yep,
go.
I agree with you that it seems like a bit of a waste considering
Okay, so
that
now
it's your only
shooting.
Devastator
I
and
don't think I have
there's
many
nothing
things to
with an armor
shoot
save
with,
that you
though.
really want to be shooting at this turn. If you can wipe
We
out all
know
the
it's gonna
Scarabs,
be
it's like
taking
your
a
full
pot shot
15
at
for no
that
prisoners.
Redemptor over there.
Gets rid of all the fast moving stuff, and then after that it's really easy to mop up like
D3
40
shots.
Necron warriors without really blinking.
That would be 3, which I like. So
So 3 shots from Illuminar Xeris right now. You'll be hitting on 3s, if I remember correctly.
3 shots hitting on
Not
not
those.
2s, I think. Well, that's 1 hit.
Yeah, the Cryptex are not so good at the shooting
And
thing.
then-
3s to win, though.
This is definitely winning on a 5. So that is AP -4.
They'll punch
on
through
that
their
one.
armor, except for the
And
Dominus
that was
Sages.
against the...
That is against the central Redemptive Dreadnought.
Okay, so he's getting the 5-up invul.
Which fails.
Makes sense.
Dominus
That
Sages
is
does
not a
not kick
5.
in,
Alright,
so
so
it's
that'll
D6
be
damage.
D6 damage.
That's the full
For
6.
big
Minus
6.
1, so the Redemptor takes
Alright.
5. Solid hit from Illuminar Xeris.
Alright,
Doing some
down
work.
to 8 wounds.
Yep. And I think that may be the only thing I get to shoot. Yeah,
That
my
is exactly
Chronomancers
the only
are
thing he gets
way
to shoot.
off. So their shooting won't be happening for the time being.
Watch him look at his secondaries and then swear.
Which will lead us to a relatively quick charge phase. Let's see.
So as far as available charges, these Scarab Swarms can try to filter into the Vanguard Vets. That will result in them dying. Very hardly. Like, they are not going to be able to kill these guys.
Charge either way.
Tagging the Redemptors is not
So
going to be a
might as
happy
well
time
go for
either.
the
Like, again, this is a
multi-charge, so
tough
these
army.
Scarabs
I
are
would have
gonna
been
be
a little bit
charging
more
the Vanguard Veterans and
reserved.
this outer Redemptive Dreadnought.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see where that goes. Well,
Nope.
that is a
That's a
3.
failed roll.
I do
Reroll
get
because of the
reroll from
Chronometron.
them having a Chronometron. But my mouse is currently not cooperating. There we go.
That will
And
make
that
it.
is an 11.
That's
and
a
they get to
fit-
go
that's an
wherever the fuck
11-inch
they choose.
charge.
Cool.
Mm.
And they are beasts sorry, they are swarms, so they do get to actually just go through the walls. And he's made the charge against both units. Now, my immediate feeling here is, oh nice, look at you, you've tagged both units. I'm worried the Vanguard Vets and the Redemptor Dreadnought together might actually just be able to kill every single last one of them. Could they zoom in for a second? I'd love to see what models look like on TTS. Absolutely. So here are your Scarabs. They are scans off of the official website, I believe. So they actually look pretty good. So do these Vanguard Vets, although they aren't scans. I believe that they are 3D models that were made in like God of War. Here are some Redemptor Dreadnoughts, the way they've been remodeled. We have a Primaris Tech Marine hiding in there. Depending on the mods you get access to, you can get some pretty good looking stuff. Illuminar Xeris,
You
for
know,
instance,
might
is
as
very
well. These
intimidating.
Scarabs will be charging the central Redemptor.
Okay.
Alright, so the
once
Scarabs in the
my
middle,
mouse
charging the
starts
central
cooperating
Redemptor.
again.
Just to make sure that he tags as much firepower as possible and going into the Scarabs to keep his
Usually
warriors
not
alive
this
for
bad.
another turn. A 6
Okay, that
will
was
not
a
be
6.
enough. You needed a
Rerolling because
7.
Chronometron.
A 4
and
will
that is
not
a
be
4,
enough.
so they
That's
won't
the
be
end of
getting
that
that.
idea. Which then just leaves these Scarabs, if they're
Fine.
going to charge. I don't think they should.
I think the Scarabs down there will stay put for the time being.
Although they
and
could
that
charge
will
the
be my
shotgun
charges.
guys, and that actually might be the
Okay.
smartest move that's happened all game. Who knows?
For the fight phase, of course, only one thing to fight with.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand tagging the vets. That's just free attacks. That's what I'm worried about too. We'll have to see what Toby's thinking. This is definitely something that I should be writing down in my notebook of interesting
5
plays.
to go there.
I do legitimately start. I have started to legitimately write down interesting plays to see if I can't ask questions about it later on.
Go.
So that's
And
important
I'll
to do,
just
folks.
the 5 over there will punch your Vanguard veterans, and the 3 down there are gonna punch the Dreadnought. The one guy just doesn't get to fight, I
Oh
guess.
my. So tagging the
So
Vanguard.
5
Weird, huh?
Scarabs going into the. Nice, there are only 17 dice.
So remember, each one of
There
these
we go.
Scarabs has
So
4
20 attacks
each.
going into the Vanguard veterans.
2 automatic wounds so
hitting on
far.
4s, and 6s are auto wounding.
So the 6 is automatically wound, but they don't have any
So
AP.
2
so
wounds already, and then we have.
another 3 wounds on top of that. So
Yeah,
5 total
five
wounds. We're
sounds
expecting
about right.
maybe 1 wound to go
So
through
it'll
here.
be 5 wounds at no
Yeah.
AP.
None.
Makes sense.
None.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're fine.
That makes sense.
Didn't expect that to do much. And then we got 12 attacks into the Dreadnought. Probably also won't do much. 2 wounds already, and then these are most
So that might
certainly
be a blunder.
6s.
4 wounds. 3
Yep,
ups.
4 wounds.
We'll have to see. No damage to the Dreadnought either. Okay,
Oh,
so now here's
the
a
Vanguard veteran
problem.
going to pile in.
This guy's going to have 6 attacks going into these Scarab Swarms, all of which are very likely to not only hit, but also wound. And then at that point, 4 of them are dead, of which maybe 1 gets back up. The Vanguard Vets are about to do a whack of
whatever.
damage. So the Vanguard Vets have 4 attacks apiece right now.
Yeah, there was a syringe right there. Like, I only moved 2.5.
And
I
they are
just,
with 4 attacks
realized I
each.
forgot about the
They are
retrieve
well
factories
within
data.
the captain range.
Okay.
Although I'm a little bit
Annoying,
suspicious
but
as to
whatever.
whether or not they're within
The
lieutenant
Vanguard
range, but I don't think
veterans
it
are going
matters.
to punch back 20 dice because they were charged.
Yeah, this is. I don't think Toby
They are getting
recognized
the
what these
reroll
boys
once
could
they
do.
hit from the captain.
I'm worried.
Hitting on 3s, and well, they're getting the reroll one from Xeno Hunters anyways.
Okay.
Wounding on 3s for reroll.
Yep. Okay, so you did choose fast attack as his choice here.
Mine's 2, so well, it's the only invul anyways.
So 13
That is
invuln
on the
saves.
5 up and yes.
Okay, well we're expecting to
So
see like
that'll
5
be
saves. We got 3
3
instead.
saved.
That's going to be 1, 2.5 dead bases.
10 wounds. Done that for damage. 2. And this guy takes 2.
And we'll have to see how reanimation looks
And
like.
I
Reanimation.
think that's the unit. So I'll get to reanimate. Let's see if
He
I get
needs
something.
5s here to reanimate. He
I
gets
actually do,
enough. He
so
gets
one
one
of them stands
back.
back up.
What a boss!
And you successfully
How
you
come I
are
never get to do
uh,
that?
no prisoners, right? So that'll be
Yep.
2 dead Scarab Swarms for that.
Oh, like,
Okay, and then they're going to pile in.
Yeah.
So the Vanguard Vets now could fall
and,
back to get
Redemptor's
engaged on all
going to
fronts.
punch.
We'll have to
He
see.
was charged and he is in range of the Warden of the Ancients, so he's getting 6 attacks.
Yeah, this is going to probably hurt
Alright.
because this is hitting on 3s, rerolling
Hitting
at
on
1s,
We're rolling 1s.
and then these are killing it on
Wounding
2s
on
pretty much.
2, rerolling
So long
1s.
as he doesn't, as long as he fails an invulnerable save, rerolling the 1. Yeah, perfect.
On
So that's
the
4
evil.
wounds.
Everyone save failed is a dead Scarab.
Yeah, because he's a 4 flat damage, so he needs 5s here. He gets 1, but that's 3 dead Scarab
1
bases
dice,
right
and
outright.
I'm
So
going
he's
to
got
use
12
overkill,
reanimation
1
rolls to
CP.
make here.
So that's to remove 1 from the reanimation.
Okay, and this is 1 damage apiece, right?
1
Ares
dead
Mafia, please
apiece.
don't do that.
It's D3 plus 3.
Ares Mafia said, so you're
Uh,
telling me I could tell someone that
yeah,
when
fair
fans
enough.
joked,
okay,
it's
so
simple,
that'll
few fast
be
roll saves, no CP rerolls.
1, 2, 3
no,
die.
please don't, oh my god. So that's 3 dead bases. Do any of them get back up?
Get
We'll have to
12
see. He needs
reanimation dice, and
5s.
these are reanimating on 6s,
He
and I don't get anything regardless.
doesn't. That's the end of those 3 bases. So we've got 5 bases left in the unit. They are tagging both squads. They will not be able to fail morale.
Right.
Losing 4 models on a 6, they
These
still
don't
pass.
have morale, if I remember.
They don't take it for the time being. They lost 4. They have leadership 10.
Yeah, leadership Necron is a thing.
Cool. If you...
So
Alright.
he has tagged a
So,
Redemptor.
I shall. I am for engage. I am
Okay,
currently
so let's take
engaging
a
on
look at
all
this from
fronts,
Arctic's
and
point
I
of view.
hold my priority target, so that'll be 6 points in total for that, I believe.
Nicely done to the Necrons here. Okay, yeah, that makes perfect sense to me. So engage all fronts there, no problem. He might have forgotten about Rod. We'll have to see.
Command phase, I will awaken the machine spirit on the Twin Volca Contemptor in the middle here.
Okay.
Okay.
It now has +1 strength and +1 attacks.
Except that I have nothing else. No, I will...
Repairs
I'll
happen
use
at the end of
Tone's
the movement phase.
Ectoplates against warriors, so I'm getting...
Okay.
Oh,
Hero
he's
for-
popping the tome. He's
Against
popping the
these
tome.
warriors.
Turn 1. It's a big deal.
Alright.
Movement.
So the reason why that's important, if he pops the tome turn 1, it's all once per battle ability, but now he's re-rolling all wounds against Necron warriors. If he's going hyper aggressive against the warriors and then charging and trying to kill the scarabs in close combat, that will put a dent into things, but I'm not sure how many warriors he's going to be able to immediately kill without it being a little bit difficult. These guys out in the open, for sure, are very killable. They have no invulnerable save. They're going to go down like flies. These guys are completely obscured. These guys have dense cover and light cover working for them, which will make them more difficult to remove. And then there is an Orb of Eternity. I'm not sure if popping the tome for Necron warriors is the right call this turn, but, you know, if you're going to pop it, you might as well. It seems like the Vanguard vets are going to aim for a Chronomancer charge to kill him. Can't blame that, because that's an easy assassination target.
On the combat Vanguard veterans to get advance in charge with the White Scar chapter tactic.
Okay.
And I'm going to advance these Vanguard veterans. That's fine.
Okay, so the Vanguard vets are going to go ahead and advance.
So
Interesting.
they are moving individually 16-inch.
Now, I didn't hear properly. Maybe chat heard it when I didn't. Are they popping like a White Scar's ability this turn to advance and charge?
Could you measure from the Vanguard veteran to your Scarab?
That's about 5 or 6, 1.5. Oh, to the Scarab, yeah. Just trying to make sure he's not an engagement range. Now, I'm not sure if Arctic knows this, but these Scarabs can, you know, heroically intervene for a CP. He probably wants to stay outside of 3 inches to avoid all the Scarabs piling onto the objective for free. He used the Deathwatch strat to change the chapter tactics to White Scars. Okay, that makes sense. So 6-inch charge there shouldn't be too difficult. And I can understand the choice he's making. Arctic's idea here is that he wants to make sure that he goes out, hits extremely hard this turn, so that way the Necrons are back on the back foot as early as possible. He needs to start getting some kills and removing some key features now, is his feeling. And with the Tome of the Ectoclades gone off, the White Scars trait having gone off this turn, and with only a couple of things tagged up from the Scarabs moving this turn,
These Deathwatch veteran are going to advance.
it is very likely that is going to be that he's going to hit extremely hard this turn. We'll have to see. The Scarab's going to die in shooting? Very likely. Very likely. But, you know, 5-up invuln saves with reanimation. If he gets jammy, that could save them. But they should all die. Yeah. Let's be honest. The Scarabs should all be dead. And if he has to put a priority on anything, it's got to be the Central Scarabs to remove them from the objective, and these Scarabs here to remove them from this objective as well. Otherwise, there will be a heroic intervention into something, and then, you know, that could be a problem. Also, reanimation can get jammy as well, so he has to make sure to kill these things as hard as possible, and hopefully within 1 round of shooting from like a Volca Contemptor or something. And with access to all the different rerolls and all the different efficiencies and all that stuff, and the fact that the... What's it called again? You know what? I actually just want to see... I actually just want to remember. What is the name of the ridiculous ability that the lieutenant has? It's like the Omni... Spectratron or something like that. It's kind of amazing. I should also change the score, huh? There we go. Okay, I need to check this out. Hold on. I would like to check out the Deathwatch relics of the watch. We've got
these Vanguard veterans up.
The Vorkin Pattern Auspicator gives you the Omnicanopticon.
No.
Omnicanopticon. Try saying that one 5 times fast. Oof. I think the 15 VP would be a bigger problem than the Scarab Heroic Intervention. Agreed, but the Scarab Heroic Intervention would also guarantee 15 VP. He needs to remove these guys and these guys to effectively guarantee that can't happen, is my point here. Okay, so these Vanguard vets are coming up to say hi to the Scarabs, just in case if they survive. That's a good call. They could also go into these Scarabs over here in case if they survive. So a nice little bit of redundancy here being placed by Arctic Fire. Well done. Very well done. Depending on how this turn goes, this could be a very short game. Toby has really relied on his durability to kind of carry through here, and we'll have to see whether or not that actually happens. Yeah, the Scarabs fly. That's the only reason why the Omni-Canopticon might be helpful, is because of that. It will help make the Dreadnoughts hit on 2s without awakening any machinery and spirits, which is kind of amazing, actually.
Okay.
Keck, my orcs wound him on 2s.
I will advance this Vanguard, Deathwatch veteran.
They don't look like flyers, damn it. I mean, but have you seen the art for them? And also, have you seen the models? Look at them. They're floating. They're doing their thing. And if you play Dawn of War, you know they fly. And they fly fast. They're really good scouts, actually. I like them. They're not very helpful, though. Outside of being like, wee, I can fly around. It's like, well, that's my spider. He took damage for no reason.
No, I have to keep them there.
They're like an inch off the ground. Yeah, but they're tiny beetles. They're just an inch off the ground, so that way they got that super low profile for like hanging out like back here without dying.
Yeah.
For those of you wondering what's going on with these two lists, pants, hit lists, go! We're currently looking at what was a early Necron meta kind of list, minus a Silent King, going up against a current top tier Space Marine list. It's definitely an interesting matchup of old versus new for 9th edition. The Deathwatch list here is a slightly different take on the John Lennon list that uses Deathwatch and 2 Volca Contemptors and 3 Redemptors. The extra points from the extra Volkite are used to do other things, but it's roughly the same sort of idea. This Necron list, like I said before, kind of used to rely on the efficiency of the Silent King, the Silent King's rerolls, but
Xeno Purge profile.
Alright.
Against your Scarabs.
Okay, so Xeno Purge, Strength 4, AP -1, Damage 2 guns here from these shotguns. So this should be 10 shots hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s, because they, never mind, they don't hate aliens enough, apparently.
-1.
Right, because the chapter tactic changed.
5 up invul.
Good call, good call.
2 damage apiece.
3 damage.
Yep. So that'll be 1.5 Scarabs dead.
Never mind, they do damage 2.
And then let's see if I get reanimations off.
Off of 4 dice. Best of luck, sir. Scarabs don't like reanimating on when there's only one of them dead.
Alright.
Okay, so that's all the shotguns. Helping to chip these away.
Okay. The Redemptor is going to shoot his Onslaught Gatling Cannon and his Stormbolter into the kind of that Scarabs. And he's going to attempt to
so he is playing them as Stormbolters, despite the fact that his list in online says that he uses Frag Storms. That's something that's worth keeping in mind.
He's hitting on 3s because of the Vorkin pattern Auspicator.
He gets his +1 to hit again because of the flying. Yep, that makes sense. Okay, so he's back to hitting on 3s. 2s, I guess, because of the... Nope, it's just a reroll 2s.
3, rerolling 1s. Oh, did I mention to you, I think I forgot to tell you, the battlefield role I'm selecting for the reroll ones across the entire army was Warriors. So, troop.
Okay, so we've heard the battlefield rule.
Because I get that as Deathwatch.
Stop him playing with Stormbolters, please. Okay.
Yep, on the invul.
Slight interruption. Sorry, Ark. On your online list that was submitted to Alpha League, the Redemptive Dreadnoughts are actually equipped with the Fragstorm grenade launchers in your list, not the Stormbolters. I've been told by the judge to force you to play using the Fragstorm grenade launchers.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
Alright, so I made 1 invul on the gun that does exist.
Okay.
This is how much damage?
Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing. In this matchup, the Fragstorm grenade launchers are going to be much better against the Warriors than the Stormbolters ever could hope to be, thanks to the blast keyword. The blast keyword. But it does mean that he's not shooting them in close combat.
The Redemptor is going... The other Redemptor is going to... Wow.
Stormbolters can, that's true. It really depends on what you want your Redemptors to do.
The Redemptor here is going to put everything to your warriors.
Okay.
So it's making 6 plasma shots.
Goes with blast.
Because
That makes
it's
sense.
over
Hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of the captain.
rerolling 1s.
And then wounding on
Wounding
2s.
on a
Rerolling 1s because
2,
it's the troop he
rerolling
selected.
1s.
Well, that's a perfect die roll. There we go. So it's going to be 6 dead because it's AP minus a whole lot.
-4.
Yeah. So this is just dead warriors, and then
And
it's
I am
6
going...
dead warriors.
Yeah. 6.
Uh,
11 towards the blast means that he gets the full 6 and he
The
gets
onslaught
automatic kills off
Gatling
them pretty
cannon.
much.
He gets 2 shots. 8 shots. 2 extra from that.
There we go.
Wounding on a 3.
This is the
Warrior
Gatling
because of
cannon. This is
the-
at -2, so these warriors will be saving
-1.
on 6s.
-2 because I mean Devastator.
all right. So that'll be 6s.
Very strange. Oh, very strange. So no
And
saves. That's going to be 5 more dead.
warriors.
Which does put them
The
below the
Fragstorm
full blast
grenade
profile for
launcher.
those frag storms if he's in range of those.
I guess.
Like,
Let me just pull up the data sheet. I never used
Yeah.
that gun. Remember them. Sorry about that.
They are assault 18 d6 shots with blast.
Okay. Okay. So I'm getting 12 shots because there's 2 of them.
Now, is he within range is the question. I'm not sure. I'd
Yeah,
have to ask him
freeze.
to get the range.
Wounding on a 4-year-old. There's no AP on.
right. So this will be saving on 4s.
Saves 4 of them, takes another 5
Right,
casualties.
so that'll be 5 more dead warriors.
And he didn't get full blast against that, but okay. Moving
And
forward.
I am going to overkill them, of course. Once he
Yeah, makes sense. So this was in total 16.
He's reanimating on 6s, rerolling 1s. Rough. Thanks to the stratagem
There
from
we
the
go.
Deathwatch core, or from the Deathwatch
So
supplement.
this is on 6s now. Do the
Rerolling
thing,
1
rerolling
still, so he's
ones
getting
because
3 back
warriors.
at least. Yeah, he's getting
so
3
3
back.
stand back up.
That's actually hilariously odds for 6s. The reroll 1s should have probably gotten him 1 more. He'd probably deserve like 1, maybe 2 more warriors off of that, but that's just how reanimation works. And as a Necron player, you can't...
I'll just go ahead and remove
one of the things I'm
models.
noticing Toby is doing here is he's just reanimating the people as they fall down.
And
You
3
need to
stand
get
back up,
janky and
so
start
he
reanimating them
can
behind
take
the
it.
wall, so
I
there's a
will
slim
copy
chance that they
3 more
survive.
models and not
Oh.
the scarab.
Was he in range? Well, at this point, I can only be an asshole so many times a day.
Yeah, so this Redemptor is going to fire his Fragstorm grenade launcher and Onslaught Gatling cannon into these warriors and
Okay.
everything
A reminder that
else.
the Fragstorm has 18 inches of range. Sorry again.
18.
Yes.
Okay.
It is shorter range.
Okay. Okay, so it will fire into the scarabs then, I guess.
Fair enough.
He wasn't. Look, at this point, I can only be a jerk so many times before I start coming across as a jerk all the time. Sorry, folks.
Oh no.
I'm not supposed to be a judge.
What am I doing? It's 2d6.
Why am I here? Why am I here? Okay, let's look at these rolls.
Yeah. Okay, so it's 6 shots.
Okay.
Oh, hit. Wounding on a 3. Reroll. Take those on the inbound.
This is on 5s.
Oh!
So 2 damage. They are very fine.
Yeah, the
Yes,
Scarabs took almost no
indeed.
damage there from that Redemptor. Welcome to my
The
life, the
other
Pants
Redemptor
says.
is
You know
going
what,
to
the Pants?
put-
Thank you for being around,
No,
by the
sorry.
way.
He's going to put the Onslaught Gatling cannon into the
Necron
Warriors.
Warriors. Okay, so that's going to be another 8 shots here.
3s. Rerolling 1s. Wounding on a 3. Rerolling.
Everything because of Tome
Oh.
of the Ethclades. Alright, so it's everything wounding. AP
Minus
minus 2, so 6 is the save here. The Necron
Oh,
Warriors might die.
6s.
1 save,
There'll
so
be
5 are
dead
dead
warriors.
already. It's down to 1 model almost,
yeah.
2 models left.
Mind if I... this is everything going into them, right?
Mhm.
So I'll just reanimate now if that's cool.
Wait, no, he has to reanimate after the unit's done shooting. What's going on?
Rerolling ones. So
One gets
one
back.
stands back up.
Oh, that's everything going. I see what he said. Never mind. We're good. But he does reanimate it just right in the middle of vision of everything again. Illuminar Xeris, by the way, is out of range of anybody to protect him now, except for hopefully the Crypto Thralls.
And the Microplasma Incinerator is making the maximum amount of shots, right?
This is 20 warriors.
Yeah.
Okay, so full blast there.
On 3s. Wounding on 2s. No saves.
Yep. This is just 5 dead. I'll just roll the reanimation. Oh. Let's do it proper, I guess.
Oh, he's taking the guys from the back too.
Okay. And now.
Interesting
reanimations.
choice.
One stands back up.
Okay.
Reanimations are a thing, apparently. Okay, so we are learning all kinds of things about these players today and about all these armies today. That's always good.
So that's all of the Redemptor that have shot.
So there's still the 3 Volkites that need to go. This is where the majority of the killing is going to happen.
Okay.
So that will be 16 shots, hitting on 2s because of the working pattern of the KR.
Why doesn't he use the Aura rule? Like the Aura name. The Omni Canopticon is like the coolest sounding name I've said since reading the entire Cryptic Arcana thing.
Ones.
I mean, there's a Prismatic Obfuscatron, which is pretty good, but the Omni Canopticon is a pretty good word.
5 mortal, which I'll keep to the side.
Alright, so that's going to be 5 mortal wounds already. He needs to make some saves
5
here.
mortals and then 65 up invols.
That's
26 damage.
6 dead and
the wounded one. So that's 7 dead and
1
that
to
is
1 wound.
pretty much exactly the squad, I think. Right? Oh no. No. Not at all. This is...
Player error is a thing.
3, 4,
Nice
5,
Fist of Mortals there. Yeah, nice
6,
good handful. Very
7,
proud of that one, I'm sure. There's one guy left.
He takes 1 more.
And he's going to need to go ahead now and make a bunch of reanimation rolls. This time, I sincerely hope he starts trying to reanimate them behind a wall. To avoid, like, maybe this guy from getting shots off.
8 scarabs that died.
Mm-hmm.
Which means 32 reanimation dice. So
Yeah,
that's
I
good.
imagine that we'll probably see at least 3 come back based off of how Toby's been rolling, but we'll have to see.
Right.
There's a very good chance he just gets only 2 back. That's
there we go.
about average.
32 reanimation dice.
Oh!
And I get 1, 2,
1, 2, 3 of them.
back.
Okay, so he was on the high end of that, to be fair, but good lord. that. Oh, I wish I could roll like that. He's just putting them right back on the objective.
The
Okay.
single Volkite Contemptor is going to shoot everything to them.
Okay.
Alright, so we got another Volkite Contender doing the same thing. They're probably
8
dead.
shots, hitting on 2s,
Oh, no, the single Volkite. So it's only got 1 Volkite Contemptor gun. He might not kill
hitting
them.
on 2s.
So 3 mortal wounds.
3 mortals.
And a bunch of
Yeah,
saves on
that's
top of
very
it.
Oh,
1 base, 2 base, 3
2
base is
saves.
gone. And then the 2 mortals.
and that's
3
just,
die, and 1 back down to 1 wound.
Oh my lord, it's
there's
still
one-
alive!
that's on 3 wounds.
Oh yeah. No,
His
it
rolling
still
plus 2
doesn't,
senses to
doesn't
where to
matter
put the
then.
damn
1
models
down
would be
to
a
1
lethal
wound.
combo. I mean, it might be helpful,
Okay.
but... So he's going to have to roll reanimation for 3 of them. He should get 1 back. We'll see. If he
Yeah,
gets
it's
even
going to
1
be
back,
12
like, you know,
dice.
that'll be handy. It'll stop morale from being as big an issue. He
No.
doesn't.
Okay.
He's shy of dice. So, yeah, just the 1 guy left on 1 wound.
The
Annoying.
Primaris Tech Marine is going to shoot his Forge Bolter.
Yep, okay, so the Primaris Tech Marine actually does have some decent guns. All of them hit.
Oh, hits.
It's a bolter too, so this is winning on 3s.
Winning
Heavy
on
bolter pretty
3s.
much.
No rerolls. No, I'm not getting the Xeno Hunters on that. 2 wounds. Take out on your email.
So he needs 1 of these to go
There are
through.
2
If he
damage
rolls 2
each,
5s
I
to
think.
save him, great. If not, then that's it.
Yeah.
Can make all my saves here. Probably.
No,
Nope, I think
sadly.
he's
Okay,
dead.
so the last Scarab is dead. That alone
Successfully
is worthy
cleared off that
disgusting.
scarab.
Like, this is your no prisoners already, right? Like, this is so many points.
Twin Volca Contemptor is going to shoot everything to your warriors over here.
Okay,
Okay.
and this is the reason why I
Go
would have
right
taken
ahead.
from the front and put them into the
The
dents.
king shots.
To at least hopefully start bringing them back a little bit, but it might not have mattered.
Hitting on 3s. No, this one I awakened, so hitting on 2s.
You awaken that one, that's why he's hitting on 2s. Okay, makes sense.
Wounding on
3s.
3s. I'm going to fish for immortals.
Oh my lord.
That's better.
Well, I'm not sure if that was a great plan.
9 wounds and -1 and 4 mortals.
Alright, so he's got to make a bunch of 5-up saves here, or he can
these
start putting
are
some
on
of those guys
fives.
in cover.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my goodness.
If I could get the dice in the thing. Alright, so make 4, which means 5, and then 3 mortals.
So 3 just flat die.
They still get to reanimate, though.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and actually no, do I get
No, you don't get reanimation. I
reanimations
think.
versus that specific
Actually,
one?
he does because it's the result of an
Alright.
attack.
Okay.
So that's what I was wondering.
Alright, there
Okay,
we
so
go.
that's gonna be
Sorry I jumped
8
in without you
spice for
saying so,
me.
Pants. I know that rule inside and out.
And 4 stand back up and rerolling ones. 4 stand back up.
Okay.
Okay, so he gets a bunch of them to stand back up. Don't fish for mortals unless you wound on
There's
2s.
rest
That seems to
kill.
be the rule, yeah.
Yep.
And shot with these guys.
But you can see the firepower of this list. Like, we've removed a whole squad of scarabs and almost an entire squad of warriors.
The lieutenant's going
Might
to
as well.
shoot his mastercrafted.
Now, the
And
lieutenant didn't even
these
move, so just gets to
guys,
shoot
they
at long
stay
range.
still, so 2 shots.
Hitting on
Alright,
2s.
Here we go.
Okay, wounding on
Hitting.
3s. 4s? 4s, because strength 4.
Does it get extra strengths? I do not think so, no.
Yeah, that's one way.
Only all 4s. Rerolling because...
Told me the
oh,
Ectoclades gets him to reroll the
it's
wounds
only
against
core,
the
it's
Necron
only
warrior
core.
as well.
Go ahead.
Okay.
But I guess not.
And that is
save.
a failed save. And that's
No,
everything
that's-
from him, right?
And oh, well, he does send back up. And the captain is also going to shoot. It's...
He's trying to bring him back now.
it's-
Okay, needing 4s here from the captain.
Wounds.
Got them both. Needs 6s to stop this from going
and
too
AP
crazy.
on this is
No, it's a
Well,
2
not
die.
negative.
Unit's still alive, though.
2 die.
Sort
so
of.
yeah, it's gonna be 2 dead.
So he needs
uh,
6s to get back up
1,
if he hasn't
2,
rolled it
and
already.
let's see those reanimations, I guess.
1 comes back, he gets to reroll
Right,
the other one.
1 stands back up, rerolling ones. 1
Okay.
stands back up.
So, that Necron Warrior squad is still
So
there.
overall, that will be
For what it's worth. And if
two
if he
dead
spends the 2
warriors
CP to
overall.
to stop them from running, the Overlord will actually be able to put them back into a good position to be able to move forward and actually get some damage on these Redemptive Dreadnoughts.
There
Which,
we go.
by the way,
Okay.
we've forgotten to repair.
That's everything for shooting. Going to charge.
It's a lot though. When you're on stream, it's hard to
That's
remember
right,
everything.
The important one. The Vanguard veterans are going to charge into your Chronomancer.
Okay, Vanguard, that's
yep,
charging
go
into the
ahead.
Chronomancer. There's no Overwatch.
5-inch. I don't think that's
5
enough to
inches
make
is
it.
too shy. You need a 6.
Neither. No,
You need a
that's
7 even.
certainly not even.
It's a 6-inch. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 6.
I'm going to reroll that.
Okay, CP
Okay.
roll. He really wants to land this assassinate, which isn't even a guarantee.
Yeah.
He gets it this
That
time.
is a
Okay.
7. That is in.
So the Chronomancer will die. The issue is, does the Chronomancer die and then not get back up? Because if the Chronomancer gets back up, then the Vanguard vets have charged forward to what? Exactly. Die?
Yeah,
It's hard to remember everything when you're not on stream. Tell me about it, dude! Tell me about it, dude!
Okay. These Vanguard veterans are going to charge into the Scarabs.
Okay, so
Okay.
this could potentially give some movement to the Scarabs, especially with reanimations and everything. This might be a mistake.
3-inch. I think that's enough.
That
Is enough?
Yep.
yeah,
3 inches
barely,
makes it.
okay.
Okay.
They actually make a 3-inch charge. Look at that.
The pants after losing a game the other day because I forgot to bring in reserves. I played another game where I said out loud 4 times I wouldn't forget to bring out my reserves, and then forgot to bring out the reserves. Yep. 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 It happens all the time. Oh, my game yesterday, for instance, I forgot to do a bunch of stuff when I should have. Like, I was like, I gotta keep these guys in Malka range. I gotta keep these guys, you know, safe from here. I gotta make sure they keep my layers of defense up. I forgot to keep up, like, 2 different layers of defense. Couldn't keep Malka up and running. Forgot about Shadowsun's inability to do certain things as well. And then I remembered, oh, hey, this thing actually affects Devilfish. There was a lot of lessons learned in that game last night, actually. And I like to think I'm fairly okay as Tau, but, like, dang, dude.
Yeah, I'm going to charge the Contempt Redemptor against your Scarabs.
That is a good choice. And that's an easy charge. Guaranteeing the kill on these guys this turn is a big deal. I expect that 2 Redemptors should be able to pull it off.
Ooh.
And now charging the captain in is probably a bit of a trickier position here because he wants the captain to keep up those 5-up invuln saves on certain things. But I'm not sure what the 5-up invuln save is trying to protect, really, because there's one bit of shooting that actually affects that. Everything else in the list outside, actually, no, there are 2 Entropic Lances, to be fair. There are 2 Entropic Lances, to be fair. But there's not a whole lot in this list that actually shoots at a Redemptive Dreadnought and goes, I can actually relatively wound this thing. So we're going to have to see what happens. So we got the Vanguard Vets piling into this Chronomancer.
Quite sad here.
The Chronomancer should die. And based off of the amount of CP that Toby has, he could try to resurrect him to stop an assassinate point from being won. But we'll have to see if he remembers. That's what I'm thinking right now. As a Necron player, I'm like, oh, okay, so this guy's probably dead. But hey, at least there's a 50-50 chance he gets back up.
Yep.
Denying assassinate and all that good stuff.
We're only ones because Xeno Hunters.
Wait, do they get Xeno Hunters on the turn that they're White Scars?
Wounding on... Is the Chronomancer toughness 4 or 5?
It is toughness 4.
Is it in addition?
Okay.
I don't remember that.
Force 4.
Force rerolling. He gets his 4-up invuln time splitter cloak save though. Oh my lord.
Yeah, I don't think he cares because he has a 4-up invuln anyway.
Oh my god, he almost lived!
Yeah, I'll try to reroll that.
2 50-50 chances to stay back? No, okay, he's dead.
Okay. I will spend a CP on Resurrection Protocols. So he comes back at the...
I'm just going to advise the stream that we have indeed paused the game.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Okay, cool.
A couple of notes. When you're in White Scar's Doctrine, no Xeno Hunters rerolls. And also Xeno Hunters rerolls are wound rolls, not hit rolls.
No, it was a chapter tactic. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Reroll hit rolls to stuff. And I'm getting the reroll wounds from the Vanguard Veterans anyways. Cool.
Alright.
Just wait for
Slowwolf to go back.
Alright. The Redemptor that charged is going... No, the Redemptor that didn't charge is going to put all his attacks.
Oh, the one that charged is going to fight first, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Folks, we should be back
The one that
now.
charged is going to fight first. And now I'm going to do these first. The Vanguard Veterans.
Chronomancer's dead. We'll have to see if he gets back up at the end of the phase.
Go do that. I don't think they can all attack in the current state.
Oh, right. I forgot to call them in. I was like, I'm gonna call them in whenever Slowwolf come back. And like, yeah. That's right. Yeah, that's the balance.
These Vanguard Vets are coming in now.
Cool. And
20 more attacks. We're expecting at least another couple of dead scarabs here. Just making sure, everybody, can you hear me? Hopefully
no, these were the hit rolls, right?
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
He would get rerolls because of his lightning claws, but he would not get rerolls to hit,
so
which is what he rerolled. It doesn't matter that much.
Wounding
the outcome was roughly, it should have been roughly the same mathematically. So, yeah. Okay, we can hear me? Okay, thank goodness. Yeah, I don't know what's up. I'm going to check my computer after all this is said and done, because I have a feeling that my internet card maybe has been loose or something. It's the best I got.
4. There'll be 2.5 dead scarabs.
So hopefully he takes from here, so he can reanimate them over here, and then when he piles in, like this is where like players are
reanimations.
This is where a lot of player skill comes in.
12 of them.
No
nothing.
reanimation, sadly.
Alright.
But with pylons and everything, he should be able to. Ooh,
Oh,
that's
my
not something you want to
intention
see
is
every
not to
day.
entirely
Just
crash
slam your
into your
scarabs
guys.
into the wall, whack. They're definitely not getting back up at this point.
Going to objective here.
Okay, so the pylon. Look, I'm very tempted to put
I'm
no
not trying
prisoners
to
up to
try points.
15 already.
They have
This is
points.
insane. Oh, hello, cat. How are you? So, for those of you that don't know, I have a pet
Okay.
cat. He's adorable. There's a good chance I might have to go
Do you
upstairs for a
remember
half
that
second.
charge?
Well,
He's
I
going to
lock him
attack
out of the basement.
5 times.
That he just broke into. That might happen. So, in the meantime,
Nail 3s. We're only 1s.
okay, and then these are killing on 2s pretty much.
Oh. Okay. Wounding on 2s.
This is the Redemptor right now,
No
going to
reroll
these
things.
scarabs. Needs 5 up involves to
Nothing
stop
wrong.
it. No, that's 2 dead
Nothing.
bases.
2 die.
So that's
You
the
die.
1 wound base. No, yeah, that's the 1 wound base, and one of the 4 wound bases just gone, smashed to pieces.
And that'll be 8 reanimation dice.
Let's see how this goes.
Wow.
And I
Well,
get
that
one
goes back.
That's
Okay,
very convenient,
okay,
isn't it?
very jammy roll there, and he's putting it closer
you're going
to
to
there for reasons.
Yep.
I mean, I suppose it doesn't really matter, but it does take the Vanguard vets out of combat, which means that they won't actually be able to fight because they didn't charge this turn. Ah. Hello,
Just we'll
cat.
try to go for it. So
Hello. Sorry, I'm pet talking my cat. I'm sorry. Hello, cat. That was actually a really good pull from the Necron player. Toby, well done. Good choice there. Stopping the Vanguard vets from being able to fight that turn means that those scarabs might actually survive. Which means
let's
that
see
they'll
if
be
I
able
can
to like
manage to
fall
bracket that
back
dreadnought.
and
All
like, get
four
onto an
going into the
objective
wounded
that they have no
dreadnought.
business getting onto in the first
That's
place.
going to be
Also scoring
16
engage on the front
attacks.
for another turn in that quarter. And they haven't lost all their board control. 2 CP to get these guys back up and running, and
What?
then just resurrect them.
Yeah, and 4s, and that's 4 auto wounds.
Scarabs doing what they're supposed to do.
And then these are our on 6s, I assume.
On 6s for oh my gosh.
These are-
Okay, so
Alright,
1
so
extra
that's
wound. So
gonna
that's
be 5
actually a decent
wounds.
number of
That's
wounds.
all
We're looking at 5 wounds on a Dreadnought. This actually should score 2
these
wounds or
will be on
so.
3-ups.
1 or 2 wounds. Gets 2
Two.
wounds. Wow.
That is
Dreadnought
just
goes down
bracketing,
to
isn't it?
6. He's bracketing now.
Brackets on 6s. 7 6s, yeah.
Crazy amount of pink circles. Yeah.
Did what
Currently,
I
Ark
wanted
is trying
him
his
to.
very best to
Alright.
screen out Veil of Darkness.
And I guess the dreadnought hasn't fought yet.
Nope. He is going to punch.
So this guy gets 6
Uh,
attacks.
His attack numbers
Or
don't
not.
degrade. But
Which one
if
charged?
the
I thought it was the
non-degraded
guy that
dreadnought,
had not
that's
been
fine.
that had been hurt charged.
Yep.
So this guy has not charged. So he's got 5 attacks, hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Because this machine was not awakened.
Wow.
Oof. So the scarabs are
1s
guaranteed
and
to
2
live.
1s.
And this is killing on 2s, pretty much. Oh no.
Jesus.
And more
Rerolling
1s.
Use.
1s because of the
Okay.
lieutenant. Yep.
Alright, and then 5 up invul.
1
Next
pass.
Save 1, and
Fail one.
Not
So
two.
1 scarab base dies
One
and
goes
doesn't
down.
reanimate. Actually
I
incredible
get the
rolling
reanimation.
here from both players.
we're 5 ups. Let's go. Nah.
That Dread is now very sad about not having been
Thought so.
repaired. Yeah, tell me about it.
And then I made 1 reanimation earlier. So there we are.
Cool.
Scarabs down here.
Mhm.
Okay,
Fight.
so 3 of them are based.
So let's see. I mean, I'll try.
Unless they're not. Oh my god. He didn't. They didn't. Oh no.
You're not gonna get more 4 on here. anyways.
Hey, whoa, 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 whoa!
Yeah,
What are you
so I
doing
might
with that
do
pylon?
the thing.
What are you doing with that pylon?
Yeah, I think I will.
What are you doing with that pylon? That's the closest model! Oh.
And that should be closer.
Anyway, moving forward, look, there was enough people on there anyway,
And they're gonna punch you.
but, like, good lord.
Are all in, so that's gonna be the full 20 attack. Well,
Mhm.
It doesn't
full,
matter.
quote unquote. 20 attacks.
It's fine. Moving forward. Okay, so like
Goes,
5 automatic wounds is pretty solid. Good job.
It's like a 5 auto wound.
Yeah, 5 auto wounds, and then these are on 5s.
It's a cavalcade of comedy, folks. Alright, so that's
gonna
one
be
extra
one
wound on
more.
top of that. So total of 6 wounds is pretty good for Scarabs. Oh, the guy really needs to learn to
wounds,
right click
no
those
AP.
things.
Drop.
One actually takes a wound. Insane. One dude takes a damage.
Yep.
So I think that's the end of combat. This is
And
there's a lot of stuff going on right now.
Turn, I
Admittedly.
guess. I don't think there's any morale to take. Here,
What have I missed?
nothing here.
There's like an almost entirely
No,
dead.
you have to take morale.
yeah.
warriors.
I'll spend CP to
Yeah,
cast it.
I'd spend the
And
CP, but
does
that
this
makes perfect sense.
roll?
I can see the idea there because that's gonna be able to
Yeah,
Order of
they lost
Eternity
enough
them
as well.
back
They're
up.
down to 12, so they lost 8.
So 3 up.
Yeah, here goes.
He's
That's
fast.
2, they're fine.
Gee, okay.
Leadership Necron's a thing, man.
I'll pass the turn over to you.
You've missed
Alright.
misplays. Yeah, there've been a few.
Turn 2, I am
So,
in
turn 2.
protocol of the Turn of Guardian,
Which directive though?
which I suppose will make everybody's feet considered defensible terrain. Oh, also, Chronomancer.
Yep.
I did spend
Four
the CP on Resurrection Protocol, so 4
right,
up.
does he get back up? No.
I
Okay, so that's
literally
3 points
never
for
get that.
assassinate then.
Alright.
So at the end of the turn, look, no prisoners is insane. Engage on all
Okay,
fronts has
so-
not happened.
Yeah.
So that's going to
Or-
be 3
yeah,
points
since
for
you didn't get
assassination,
back
and
up,
who
I
knows
suppose
how many
assassinate.
points for the other ones.
Yep. Yes, you do. And engage, I'm not sure about. I don't
No,
think
not
so.
engaged. I couldn't score engaged.
No,
just
you're not at all on my side. Alright.
Okay,
And then
that's gonna
I
be a full
am
15
currently
here, so
on
it goes up to 31.
2 objectives, which is more than your current 1, I believe. So that'll be
no, I
15
have.
points.
Yeah, I have 1. You have 2.
Yep. So that'll be 15 points on primaries.
Again, he's looking to engage
That'll
on
be
fronts again.
done. I'll just
Continue to
on the
keep
same
priority
units.
targets and retrieve Arcterius data.
And then the
And if you can
crowd
continue to
trumps
stifle the primary here for the Deathwatch, that'll be a big
that
swing.
Warrior squad. And
No prisoners equals max, don't even bother counting. Yeah, that's pretty
That
much
one.
been my experience.
and also the Overlord is going to pop his orb on the 2 warriors.
That makes perfect sense. Okay, so we've got
Which will be
a lot of warriors that need to come back here. Okay, these are getting back on
18
4s,
reanimations
rerolling
on
1s.
4s, rerolling 1s.
This needs to be good. This needs to be better than that.
a lot of keys.
Okay, so all things considered,
Right, so that'll be
8.
8
8
come
come
back.
back. Not great, but still back up to 10. And then Saris is
Yep.
right there to be able to repair them right
Very
now.
very efficient thing to have.
Oh no. Just donk. That could have been a lot worse, the Deathwatch player here. Ark should be thanking his lucky whatevers as to that little bit of happiness there. Because the orb could have done
Like
so
that.
much worse there. Like, imagine having to go through that a second time. That's what we're talking about here. Now, Luminor Saris does get the ability to resurrect some. Let's see if he remembers. He probably should. Let's see if he remembers
I don't think
retrieve
there's
Arcarius
anything
data
left
this
for him
turn
to
as
do
well.
in
That'd be
command
nice.
phase. Oh, actually, there is Illuminor. He will heal that unit of warriors as well, which will be D3. Come back.
Okay, he remembers. He
That'll
only
be
gets
2
the
more
2,
warriors.
but hey, that's another, like, 24 points that he didn't have before.
So they
Just
are
come back to
up
life.
14.
Alright, so now with those forces on the table, there's a couple different things he could do. My immediate thinking, to be able to keep everybody as alive as possible, these Scarabs need to just score engage on all fronts this turn, and hopefully just stay out of any heroic interventions or anything, and hold this objective. And then they'll die horribly, but that's fine.
Oh, that's
It'll deny some primary.
everything,
I
believe.
would really hazard a,
Unless
hazard
there's
a I need this to
wounded
happen sort of thing.
Scarabs
The Warriors would need to come down here
Oh,
and
there
really
are.
badly
Oh.
shoot these Vanguard veterans, because they're really good
Alright,
at it.
cool.
And then
That is
I
a
would
lot of
expect there
Scarabs
to be
killed
a
so
Veil
far.
this turn to get
That's
up
also a
and
lot of
shoot off like,
Scarabs
some
I
more
brought
Vanguard
in the first
veterans,
place.
or to like
So that
redirect
makes
the forces here in the middle, because currently these Necron Warriors are doing nothing. We'll have to see what Toby decides to do, though. It's his game. It'll be interesting.
1, 2, 3.
Oh my lord! It's 5 by 8. That's like
Oh,
So each
38
one is
wounds
2,
there.
5,
And then, yeah,
7,
no, I'm just gonna go ahead and put no prisoners
9,
up to 15.
11.
Like, it's a safe bet. I'll put an asterisk next to it just to be safe. But boys, like that's gonna be an easy one right there. So let's go put them up to 28. Where's contender 1 score? I've got this notepad someplace. That's contender 1 name. Where's contender 1 score? There we go. This might be a little bit informal, but look, this has been a fairly informal game. It's fine.
Hope you like.
there's a lot of yeah.
Between all the resurrections of the scarabs and everything else, like this has been a pretty brutal game. If he can shoot out the vets, feels like there might be a game on scoring. That's the main thing. If he can get a game, if he can shoot out the vets, then the shotguns are going to hold like the back 2 objectives, and the redemptors will be able to do some killing. But there's going to be a constant trickle of stuff bleeding onto this middle objective, holding the objective over the dreadnoughts. A chunk of it dies, right? And then what? It comes back every turn. He's not going to be able to pull the same stunt in terms of reanimation anymore, because the orb only works once. But he will be able to do at least some work. We'll have to see what happens here. But on primaries, as long as Toby denies the 15 for like 2 turns in a row, and heck, even denies Arc down to a 5, Deathwatch are in a tricky position. If the Deathwatch can get the kills that they're looking for, then the Necrons are going to not have enough feet, like enough boots on the ground within the next turn, really, if this doesn't keep working. So yeah, the Scarabs are going to fall back. They're going to get on the objective, hold the objective. They need to have all 5 models on there in some way, shape, or form without being in an engagement range, which is doable. There's more than enough space if this Scarab Swarm just skitters back just a little bit further than that. They do have a movement of 10. So they should be able to hold the objective, which will, or contest it at the very least, which will stop the Deathwatch from being able to do anything about that. These Vanguard Vets need to die. These Vanguard Vets, if they die, then suddenly these Scarabs need to be taken care of by Dreadnought Fire, which is not where he wants to put his Dreadnoughts.
So the Warden will use his
does he have enough stuff to rot effectively? Yes, he does. He still has these guys back here, which need to rot, and he still has some flayed ones that he needs to do some stuff here as well. Whoa. Oh, okay, so he's Veil of Darknessing these guys down here to redirect and get into the... Okay, you know what? I actually approve of this decision. That's a good plan.
Sideways.
That's a good plan.
Let's have to measure it out then.
Good Veil decision, I think. Since they're not exactly getting charged in melee, and if he kills off the Vanguard Vets, that'd be huge. Now they have +1 to hit. These guys have +1 to hit. So they're going to go after the Vanguard Vets, wipe them out as best as they possibly can this turn on this flank, which means that all that flying OBSEC is gone. It's really just these Vanguard Vets up here then that are going to continue to be a potential issue, because if the Deathwatch weaken this flank enough, Vanguard Vets come in, take them out, hold the objective, and suddenly the Necrons are in a bit of a pickle. We'll have to see what happens. What do you folks think in chat? How's this going for you? What do you predict is going to happen here? Right now, Toby's idea makes sense. He's going to redirect down here, clean up this flank, because this is the flank where he has the most line of sight blocking from the Dreadnoughts, and then potentially just creep a win off of these 3 objectives, maybe this one if he can hold it. The Warriors over here are going to be more difficult to remove now that they've got their 5-up invuln safe, but no other means of really getting back up, because the lag is way too far away.
Yeah.
What is Zaris doing there anyway? He's just standing there. He's going to just blast down range.
Let's see here.
Also, don't forget about these Scarabs, my dude. Otherwise, you're going to lose your engage on all fronts. So the ideas here are definitely to continue to score engage on all fronts, to continue to control the board as best as possible, and to hopefully not die immediately. But there is so much firepower on the Deathwatch side that it's going to be very difficult not to get tabled. The trick is to make sure that you get rid of their fast-moving units, so by the time you are tabled, you still scored enough on the primary that you're okay.
Able to shoot. That's whatever.
Yeah, being a little bit finicky. That's okay. if you're playing Necrons, it's okay to be a bit finicky. Especially if you're playing this Horde list with the Silver Tide. You kind of need to be a bit finicky, really.
Right.
And we know which two are marked for death. These two will be the first ones to die, hopefully.
The bow back to 9.
No,
And
I think it just comes down to who can make the most of the
also an
suboptimal
improvement of
secondary
the
choices.
boss.
Well, like, the
Let's
secondary
see.
choices are actually
Let's see
really
what I
good
get.
for one of the players. I think that
Okay,
Toby
2,
picks
so
very good
they're
secondaries.
now
minus
toughness
Rod
5,
not being
which
remembered.
is
He needs to remember to
very
Rod.
nice.
And he does have flayed ones to deep strike wherever he needs to. That's also another reason why all these pink circles are up. Is to make sure that he
probably
can't
going
get
to
a
help
Rod
out
in
a
3
lot.
different corners at least. But there will come a time where there's going to start being some gaps created, unless if the
And
Deathwatch
we shall
are in a
move on
particularly
to
good position.
shooting phase.
We'll have to see what happens. The flayed ones are there, though. Just don't forget that they're there, Toby. Don't forget that they're there.
So,
So these guys have +1 to hit. Did Illuminar's Eris do a thing on them? Did he remember to? Yeah, they have +1 toughness. So these guys are actually toughness 5 warriors right now, which is really scary.
yeah, everyone but the one guy, I believe, is in range.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, this
So
should
they're
kill the Vanguard
gonna
vets.
blast those Vanguard veterans.
They are benefiting from cover, though, so we'll see if Toby
Uh,
remembers his Solar Pulse
that's
strat, if he wants to use it.
It's gonna be 38
Oh, my cat is so sad.
shots. Hitting on 2s because mine will be done.
No rerolls, though. The only way to get rerolls for Necrons is to get a Lord, and it's just kind of a suboptimal pick.
And winning on 3s. I think they're T4, right? Oh boy, that's a lot of 1s and 2s. Well, it's gonna be 15 at AP -2.
So you are shooting at the ones in cover.
Yeah, I'm shooting over there.
3 up.
Oh, my lord.
Drops 1 already.
This dice roller's broken, man. So he only kills 1.5.
And so 1 dice.
So that's 1 dead
That's-
and 1 wounded.
The difference between Solar Pulse and not Solar Pulsing there might have made enough of a difference to be a problem there. We'll have to see. Alright, so, folks, I'm going to go ahead and I need to deal with the pet problem.
wait.
I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys
Yeah,
on the
there we
dice
go.
roller screen so you guys can see
Now
what's
he's
going
actually
on.
wounded
I'll
and
be
not
right
healed.
back.
This is the first model I lost this game.
Yep. That much is true. Oh. Luminor will be taking a pot shot over that Redemptor,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe multiple, we'll see. So it'll be D3 shots. 2. On 3s. And definitely winning on a 5, so that's AP -4.
And that was on Vanguard Veterans too.
No, that was on that Redemptor up there.
No, that was anyways. D6.
D6 damage. 4.
So down. It was at which
Yeah,
point?
it's the one out of combat. The one I'm allowed to shoot.
1, 2. Oops, sorry.
Nope. That's an aura.
Oh my god.
There we are.
Yep.
These 12 warriors,
Mm-hmm.
I think, are perfectly capable of seeing that guy through the window, so they're gonna shoot at him.
Mm-hmm.
24 shots on 2s. And then on
Jesus.
Jesus, I'm not rolling well. Okay, that's 8 of them. Go
And
ahead.
the AP?
-2.
Okay, 3 up.
Okay,
drop
so that's 2 more dead.
There we go. The bases
Yep.
are tiny from these. Very hard to pick up.
Yeah. Okay, Royal Warden is going to shoot at them. He is absolutely within rapid fire range, so he gets 4 shots.
Mm-hmm.
4 shots from the Royal Warden. This should do some damage. It seems as if the second squad of Necron Warriors has gone into them as well.
Hitting on. What does he hit on?
He's hitting
He's
on
hitting on
3s, so 2
So
hits,
2
wounding on
hits.
3s,
Winning on 3s as well.
1 wound.
Okay,
It is
1
2 damage
wound.
though, so this
That's,
1 fail can do it.
AP -2.
Okay. Since they're in cover, that'll be a
Easy pass.
Yeah, they
No
save on a
problem.
6.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh.
Chronomancer.
Jeez.
I would say he has line of sight through that window.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so he's going to use his Aeon Stave over there,
Oh my
I
gosh.
guess.
So the Aeon Stave here is actually interesting because it doesn't
what is that
allow
gun?
for
D3 shots, apparently.
for invuln saves,
For
One.
1,
but it doesn't matter because he's in
then-
cover.
hits on a 4, definitely. And the 2 shouldn't wound.
It does not.
Strength 5, yeah. Okay.
And yeah, this is still a
over here
thing. So
can't
say
see
goodbye to
shit.
engage on all fronts. 100%.
Warriors back there are certainly out of range.
Mm-hmm.
So I
There's a lot to
believe
keep
that
track
should be
of
my
when you're
shooting
playing Necrons,
phase.
but oh man,
Okay.
oh man,
Yep.
This is a
Do I
crazy
charge
game.
you with anything?
Lots to learn.
I don't think I do. Ongoing combat. It's just the big
Yes.
boy fight up here.
The first
He,
Redemptor is
wait,
going
he
to...
consciously stayed
no.
in combat there?
The wounded Redemptor is going to punch first.
Okay, go ahead.
So 5
He
attacks
has
because he's a
4
big old
shots
machine.
because he's not getting the Warden of the Ancient. Hitting a horse.
Wait, what? He's not within range of the.
Wounding on 2s.
So it kills 2.
Okay. And they no longer have the invul, so
that's
they
good.
just kind of die.
Oh, you could have pulled the other way and stopped the other Redemptor from being able to
And
fight.
then, so 8 reanimation dice.
You monster!
They please all go in the thing. Alright, didn't get
Nothing.
anything.
Oh no!
The other Redemptor is going
It's
to
these
go
little
to punch.
plays that make a big difference.
Right.
Ah, no. Okay.
He is getting Warden of the Ancient.
All right. So yeah, this is hitting on not those
well,
2s,
okay.
sadly. But you know he's winning on 2s, rerolling 1s.
Yeah,
that's too
Yeah,
good. Yeah,
they're-
that Scarab's
that
super
guy's
toast.
dead.
Oof. Oof. There. That's how to lose
Don't
2
you
points for
want
engage
to?
on all fronts easily. That's how you do that.
Okay.
Alright.
That means all of the dreadnoughts are up and running again.
Alright.
If he remembers to
so
repair
you're
this
doing one,
guy-
two, three. 3/4.
Yep.
There won't be anything except for the
Fucking
squad
hell.
of warriors.
I forgot
down
about
here,
the fucking
is my
action again.
thinking.
Well, that's not, good.
Okay.
So at the end of the
Anyway,
turn, prior targets there.
I don't
engage
think
all
there's
fronts
morale
two,
for
puts us
you.
up to 36
No,
points.
there's no morale.
So,
Maybe, because there's no sergeant in this unit. I can fail on a 6, I think. Yeah, I failed on
it
6.
was 3. Yep. I fail on a 6.
And okay, so
Yeah.
there was a failed morale there,
They're
so
fine.
that's actually a big deal.
Alright. So it's my turn. Alright, command
Your turn.
phase.
So
I'll awaken the machine spirit on
where's the one Vanguard veteran? Where's the failure?
on
happen?
this Redemptor over here.
I heard a failure
have
happen.
a very sneaky
I'm
thing I'm
confused.
going to do.
Where'd the failure happen?
Okay.
Beaky
I heard
beaky.
failures. Maybe there were 3 left in the ruins alive? Oh god, that's terrible.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Glarg, and then everything died.
Right.
That's what I expect will happen. So in order to just think in my head for a second here, let's go ahead and see if we can predict what the ideas are going on in Ark's head. Ark right now is in a position where he is going to probably dominate, as the majority of the firepower in his opponent's list is now in this corner here, and it didn't do anything. No stratagem support, no nothing, and as a result, the Vanguard veterans lived. The Redemptive Dreadnoughts are going to move up, keep lines of sight on at least a couple of different targets, most of them centrally here. The Redemptive Dreadnoughts seem to just want to bulldoze through the middle. I imagine the Tech Marine wants to stick with them, but he might be thinking that it's more important to keep them with the Volkite Contenders. I can't blame him for that thinking, but I do think that the Redemptive Dreadnoughts, who are going up front and center, who need to punch and shoot and everything, could be using the help a little bit more. These Vanguard Vets, now having been freed, can move forward their 12 without much issue, and can charge onto the objective, kill enough of them to take the objective, and now the Necrons are boxed onto their one objective. If these Scarabs die, which they should, a couple of Vanguard Vets go into there, or these guys with Deathwatch shotguns can do some damage there. One of the Volkites going into there would be helpful as well. So I expect to see a central thrust here with Redemptive Dreadnoughts, the rest of the Volkites to move right here, so that way they can go ahead and see everywhere on the board that they need to, put all their devastating Volkite firepower into everything that they need to. And then from there, we'll have to see. The shotguns can easily move up and do their own thing. The Vanguard Vets are actually retreating back onto the objective in the center. I assume so that way they can potentially make sure that these guys here die, maybe? I was going to actually throw them forward, because Necrons in close combat are not worth a whole lot. Mind you, they'd be able to just fall back and shoot. Yeah, okay. I see where Arc is coming from there. More shotguns moving up from behind the wall to deal with these Scarab swarms. Makes sense. Using the Xenopurge shells, that'll probably do the trick. Yeah, okay. I think I've done enough talking. I see where Arc's going with a lot of these ideas. I think the last thing that's going to really determine what's going on, now that there isn't a Veil of Darkness, is where do the Volkites go? And how willing is he to stop the Flayed Ones from showing up and doing Rod in, say, the opponent's territory? Because right now, this center area here is not approachable from that perspective. Since you have to do Rod, like, way outside of the range of either quarter. Yeah, we see the Redemptive Dreadnoughts. He's going to tag the top of the wall here so that way he can see through the ruin. That makes sense. He's got line of sight through all of this as well. It's a lot of lines of sight there. Alright, let's go ahead and take a listen. Did the Necrons even Rod this turn? That is...
Tech Marine's going to advance.
I think a no. Because otherwise you'd have 4 points right now.
Two, that's fine. What? What's this guy?
Just remember, folks, not everybody can remember all the rules all the time. People have lives. And Alpha League is definitely there for people that aren't, like, always playing all the super competitive games as well. So, if we've got moments like this, where we're like, oh my god, they're making so many mistakes. Don't be hard on people for that. Just
don't advance the...
You know, just be there. We can honestly see the mistakes, but, like, don't be mad at it. Like, don't be mean about it. So that's 10 inches there. Forgetting Rod is an easy thing to do. I promise you. This is my point.
7 inch.
Alright, so everybody's kind of moving up. The Dreadnought Castle continue to do what this list is meant to do. Be a leaf blower.
Some options here. Okay. Here is fine, here is fine, here is fine. Here is fine. Okay. On to the shooting phase.
Interesting.
Sorry, at the end of the movement phase, I heal this.
He remembered to repair the dread! It's back up to top bracket.
First things first, this Redemptor here that has this dread here that is touching the cover. He's going to shoot at your Crypto Thrall.
So you can see the Crypto Thralls and shoot them, which is the only thing protecting these two from being wiped off the face of the planet here. Macroplasma Incinerator.
D6. Overcharge. Ooh,
one shot.
CP reroll that.
CP rerolling the number of shots down to 1 CP left. So not much CP left here for the Deathwatch, but they don't need it.
Oh my god.
Ah, no! It does hit though.
Wounding.
It wounds. AP -4. That's gonna go straight through and kill one.
So it's one very dead Crypto Thrall.
Yes.
Now, Does he get back up?
And there's the onslaught Gatling
We'll
cannon.
have to see after
I
this
think,
onslaught
which is
Gatling
orange.
cannon, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, take it easy, no one. Glarg, I have 21.1k
Threes.
channel points. Get on my
Oh
level.
my god.
So this is hitting on ones, re-rolling the... sorry, hitting on probably threes, re-rolling the ones. Okay, and then these are going to be
Ending
hitting on
on
fours.
a
So this is only strength 5 for this gun, if I remember correctly.
Rerolling.
Re-rolling those, because he's actually a Xenos Hunter this turn.
Oh. Yep. Yep.
Because I'm
go
pretty
ahead.
sure that Gatling gun is only...
So AP on this
strength
is
5.
1. Because oh, sorry, I forgot. I am in tactical. Not assault doctrine this turn. I forgot to mention.
That
so
3 should not be a
AP1 is the 7 on
He's
4s.
dead anyway,
Yeah,
didn't
that
make a
guy's dead.
difference.
In that case, over here. Yeah,
Glarg, if this were
These
my
guys
stream, I'd
lose
be happy to do
bodyguard.
that, but that's not the case. So as it stands right now, the Crypto Thralls are
and
now
so I
super
can
dead.
shoot at these two.
I don't think you can shoot at Xeris because he is.
Yeah, Xeras I
Those
cannot, but I
guys.
can definitely shoot at these two.
Yep.
So the Overlord's now out in the open, which means no more command protocols, and another Chronomancer down means no more invuln saves.
Yeah, he can definitely see. Okay. The Redemptor over here that I awaken is going to shoot everything into this Chronomancer with the Aeon staff.
Okay,
Oh, good grief.
go right ahead.
So,
Except the
Macroplasma
Fractstorm Grey Launcher, which I think cannot
Incinerator.
reach.
Which board are you using to roll this?
Nope,
No.
it can't.
It will shoot into these
Fair enough.
Okay, and the Frag Storm's going to
Plasma,
Necron Warriors at full
overcharge.
blast, which is good.
3 shots, that's fine.
3's for rolling.
Reroll.
Okay, so that all hits. He needs 2s to
on
wound here.
2.
Those all wound. Okay, 4 up invuln saves. If he passes
Big
2, he lives.
4 up and roll.
Fails 2, he's
No,
super,
he's dead.
super dead. How much CP does he have? 4? This is not the time to use the
I'm gonna
stratagem.
spend the CP on Resurrection Protocols
Oh
and not going.
no!
Even if you do Resurrection Protocol, I still get the assassination, do I?
No, he does not get the assassination, I don't think. Why didn't the first Red Fire is Frag Storm? Because it's that kind of game, Pants! Because it's that kind of game. It's hard to remember all the
I don't
guns on these
think you do,
Primaris
Warhammer.
vehicles. I promise you, it is.
I'm not sure. We'll check in with the judges at the end of the game. It's fine. The Redemptor is going to shoot at the other Redemptor is going to... Oh no, there's the Fragstone. So it's the full... Well,
Yes, this is the reason why Fragstorm can be fun.
hitting... This one was awakened, so everything hits.
Now it wounds on 4s, rerolling 1s
Wounding
because of
on
the
a 4.
Xenos Hunter
Oh,
trait. Alright, so this many,
This
tactical, it's
is-
not a tactical doctrine, so
how
he's
much
saving on
AP?
4s here.
No AP.
Loses
I
2.
lost 2.
Not a big deal.
And then that's everything from him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
He flips over those 2. He's back down
These were
to
punches.
10 models in the
reanimations.
unit. Now, do any of them come back on 5s, rerolling 1s?
once the lag stops, that is.
Oh my
Yes.
lord.
Alright, rerolling 1s.
Yes,
One
comes back.
stands back up.
Okay. So
The
give me 2
contender
dead
over
Chronomancers
here
right now.
is going
so
to
that's,
shoot through here. I
let's
know
spend
there's an
CP,
angle
which he did.
into your. He's going to put both of his weapons into them.
There goes the Overlord. So 16 shots from the Volkite Culverins. If the Overlord somehow survives, I'd be impressed. He's hitting on
Rerolling
3s, rerolling the 1s. Because of the captain nearby. And he's wounding on 3s, rerolling the
Wounding.
1s.
Oh,
Because
what's
of the lieutenant nearby.
Overlord.
The Overlord is T5.
P5. Okay. 3s.
This Overlord might live.
Oh, sorry, I deleted the 3s.
So 11 wounds.
Yep,
Stats says that the Overlord's dead, but there is a
So
chance.
this
No
is-
AP.
3 up. He takes 6 and dies.
Three's done.
He dies.
This is okay.
Oh no! All right, so that's another 3 points for assassinate right there.
Okay.
You've killed my overlord.
And there's no more command protocols as a result as well. Do we have engagement? We do have engage on all fronts for 2 this
Yeah.
turn, guaranteed.
Going to shoot into these guys. Yeah, these guys with twin Volca,
And how much
the clean
Alright.
shots. Rolling ones. Okay. Wounding on a 3. Rolling ones. Ooh,
He
that's
does.
awful.
He's used it once or twice that way.
These are toughness 5 that you're shooting
Oh,
at.
these are. You know, it says strength 6.
Okay. So just
4 mortals and 11 saves, no AP.
because that tends to be forgotten about. Okay.
So he doesn't
this
like cover.
is
So he
how
actually
much AP
he only
then?
loses 2.
No AP.
Okay,
So it's
so
three
I fail 3, and then how
there
many
was four
mortals
mortals.
was it?
Never mind. He
Okay,
fails
so that's
3.
7.
These woods do have light cover, right? No, they don't. Forget what I was saying. They do not have light cover.
7 that go down.
So it does kill a few. How many of those get back up? I wonder.
And then
And keep in mind, he wants to keep in range of
animations.
Illuminar Xeris' ability to respawn, too. So, like, killing these guys is maybe not the brightest choice.
Damn it. Alright, so that's 3 that snap back up.
And he's see, he
The,
knows he
Deathwatch
can move
veterans
them.
Here, they're going
And
to
he's
fire
moving them
into
closer to
kind
the
of
Vanguard
Scarab
Veterans,
Swords
which is
with the usual
fine.
Purge profile.
Hold up, just removing these.
Just to confuse that,
Models over
Slowwolf Alpha plays with some dense that is also light and some dense that is not. Yeah, that's dumb. That's
there's-
it's dumb.
Okay,
It's
so
dumb,
it's 10 shots.
to borrow from Lawrence Baker of
Alright.
Tabletop Tactics. It's dumb. Yeah. Look, long story short, this is coming along nicely for the Deathwatch.
So,
They're just
no
tossing
these.
dice very casually.
Wounding
All the
on a
models that
3,
Toby brought with him today, he's
Oh,
casually putting them back on
2
the
damage
shelf.
apiece.
Yep.
And
And that's gonna
one.
be, yeah, AP existence, so that's 3 dead scarabs and a half.
So these are Deathwatch shotguns, I assume.
Nations.
He should get 1 back, but every time we've said that, he hasn't gotten any back. This
One
time he
cent back
does,
up.
though.
Yep.
So, okay.
Yeah, no, you don't have enough models to.
Yeah, there's not enough models to contest it anymore, but he at least,
Yep.
still has engaged
I
all
no
fronts with them.
longer
These
contest
are
that
For
going
now,
to
that's good.
fire
That's
into
good.
the
If they don't charge
Scarab
and
too.
kill these scarabs, engage all fronts is gonna
I can
happen,
guess.
man.
Well, the one guy that can see.
Well, 2 guys, the 3 guys can see, I think.
That makes sense. They are
Yeah,
obscured, though,
yeah.
so as a
Yeah,
result, they
sounds
should
about
get light
right.
cover. For what
Alright,
it's
the
worth.
3 guys that can see.
Wounding on a 3.
Alrighty, so that's gonna
Okay.
be...
Reroll. No, I'm not getting a reroll.
Why aren't you at
Okay, so
rerolls?
that's 2 dead.
You have your chapter tactic
And
again.
1 down to 2 wounds.
Yep.
It doesn't matter. It's fine.
And then
Who comes back?
8 reanimation dice. Oh. Nothing.
They are both dead.
Barely.
There's 1 scarab left alive. I can think of one very good spot for that scarab to hide for the rest of the game to continue to engage on all fronts. One very good spot. We'll have to see whether or not Toby thinks that's a good plan, though.
The fifth Volca is going to shoot his Volca into him.
Okay, then.
Actually, can I just charge him? Oh, I think I'll just charge him.
Can I just charge him? The answer usually
Volca.
is yes.
Put everything, all of these. I don't want to eliminate the charge chance here because. Oh wait.
Okay, so he's debating shooting these guys
He's
at
going to
all.
shoot
He
his
wants his
arrows.
Vanguard veterans to make their charge. That's good thinking. So there is one really good target you could shoot. Two good targets you could really shoot, actually. Because Saris is now very much out in the open. Poor guy. So this is the single Volkite going off. I'm not sure exactly where.
Xeris' toughness.
Xeris' toughness 6 because Necrons can count past that.
Okay. 4 up.
That's a good one.
There are only ones.
Oh my
3 more
god.
and,
Okay, so Saris has already taken 3 mortal wounds.
No idea.
And he's got to take 7 saves on a 3 up. He should actually be dead, which is very upsetting.
Dice. Alright.
He's already dead. He's taken...
Let's see, what's his...
Oh wait, no, he has not died. He does have a 3 up save.
It's a 3.
So he's taken a grand total of 5 damage. He's still alive.
And there was 3
3 mortals, and then 1 goes through, which gets reduced down to 1 damage. So that's 4 damage.
The
oh, he has his warlord trait. Okay.
Alright then.
That's something I didn't remember him having on his list.
Shots,
I'm just gonna double check
because
that
he's a
I am
Tech
wrong.
Marine, you also
I
fire
am
his
wrong.
grab pistol into your warriors. Oh my god.
So he does have his warlord trait, which is helpful here.
Words.
Forge Boulder. He's hanging on to his wounding on this is strength 5 into toughness 6, so 5 reroll ones. Cool. Minus 1 I think on the Forge Boulder. Let me check.
So this is a 4 up, which I fail.
Takes 1 damage down to 2.
Just
Enduring Will has
one
already
damage
saved his
because of
life.
-1 to damage. The lieutenant is going to shoot his mastercrafted bolt gun. He's only getting 1 shot.
So 2's to hit
It's...
and 5 to wound here. It wounds. AP minus enough to make him mad. But he saves.
I don't think the captain is in range. Yeah, it does. It is in range.
Okay.
1 shot from the captain.
2s and 5s again.
Hits. Wounds.
Needs another 4 up save here. Passes. Sarah stands tall.
Mm-hmm.
Good man. Look at him go. He's got his big stick. He's all like, I'm ready to kill some people now today. But you can see what 6 dreadnoughts are capable of doing in terms of damage. Like, this list is mostly off the table now.
Yeah, okay, that's going to be all the shooting.
Okay.
Wow. I have not seen this list in action yet. I just know what theoretically is possible with a dreadnought list like this. This is horrifying.
Do I Overwatch?
You know? Yeah, the CP, dude. I can see why Overwatch sounds good, especially because he's got set to defense. So he's Overwatching on 5s here.
There's got to be... I'd say just the one guy can't see, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they're all in range.
Oh wait, no, he doesn't have command protocols anymore. His dude died.
No, I don't think I'll Overwatch there.
Okay.
Never mind. I thought he still had his command protocols for a second there. I forgot.
Yeah, definitely makes sense.
And he decided not to Overwatch.
Definitely
Okay, so
within
they're in.
11, yeah. They get to
That
go
shooting was kind of poor.
Please.
The target priority maybe was misplaced, but the end result is still roughly the same. Like the entire command structure here in the middle is dead. There's no warlord left. Assassinate has gone up by another 4 points, guaranteed because of that. I just realized because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Also,
7,
I don't think
8.
it'll matter too much, but because the protocol, their feet are defensible, so they got 1 extra attack and
Okay.
they'll fight face.
These Vanguard veterans.
You do not get command protocols because your overlord is dead.
Oh yeah, fair enough. That is correct.
Moving forward.
These Vanguard veterans are going to charge. I'm just going to try to get the extra movement out of it.
Oh, also, speaking of dead characters, 4 up for the Chronomancer to come back.
He was owed
Nope.
that. He was owed that.
Never works.
So that's 3, 6.
I literally haven't gotten
there,
them once.
7. So that's going to end up being a total 10 points for
definitely.
Assassinate already for this guy's secondaries, which is just like
I will
grotesque.
Overwatch on this.
Okay. Go ahead.
So, yep, I shall.
Now, what about these Vanguard
This
veterans? Are they
is-
charging?
Shot 1 away, so that's 13.
So that's okay. Yep. So they're all. This is where the Overwatch is being used. Okay, that makes sense. I can see these Vanguard vets being reduced in number, being very helpful.
Just 11 of them. 2 hits.
Is that all the shots they get? Wait, what?
And 1 wound.
1 wound. AP?
-2.
Okay, power up. Make it.
I'm confused.
Okay. I rolled 6, so.
What? Okay, so the Vanguard vets have charged. Okay, the Overwatch went off for half the number of shots, I think? I don't think it's going to matter in the long run, but good save out of the Vanguard vets. I'm not a judge. I'm literally here to, like, spectate, and I am noticing some things. Pants, make sure if I'm stepping out of bounds that you slap me back down, okay? You're the judge here, really. The central objective here has been taken. We now have engaged all fronts for 3 points, so I'm actually going to go ahead and just up that already up to the 3 points for our friend here. And these Vanguard veterans in the ruins here could also hop out to help make sure that these Necron warriors are dead. I think that would make some sense. Get some extra movement. Or just keep them in cover to continue to be a nuisance for the rest of the game. But, yeah. Now, Ark did also speak earlier about charging these 2 squads into the last Scarab Swarm. He better remember to do that.
These veterans are going to charge the Scarab.
Nicely done. Nicely done. And I'm curious as to why he decided not to charge the... like, now that the Vanguard veterans have made their charge, depending on how he moved them, he could have left room for the Redemptors to actually go up and try slapping around some people as well. Get into a position where they can actually move up, shoot, and keep punching, and then get on this objective. That could be nasty. Who's got the bottom left quarter? These guys. Should, at the end of combat. We'll see. And these guys haven't charged yet either. That would be an easy one. Charge there, get engaged on all fronts. Does he remember?
Got this, got this. Do I go for the
This is a weird one. Why didn't I have this map last night? Like, I'm sitting here just thinking, man, it would have been so nice to be in this dense cover that would have been difficult ground.
Why not?
With all the lines of sight everywhere. I would have loved this.
No.
Last night I played a game against Custodies, you see, and we were playing, you know, corner deployment with a bunch of very good line of sight blocking in the middle, and he was playing 3 squads of Virtus Praetors, and I just cried. It was a good time.
Can I even fit a Redemption?
So these guys are charged in. They're very likely to get the kill. They have 2 attacks apiece, I think.
The end of my charges.
Yeah, so they have 2 attacks apiece, 3 attacks on the charge. They are in the Assault Doctrine, so they do have AP -1, which means that Scarab Swarm is probably super dead. But where do you start? I would start with these Vanguard veterans to make sure that you can't interrupt with these Necron warriors and get onto the objective with a big old swing around.
Well, you don't have the CPU to interrupt anyways, right?
I do,
you do?
actually.
Rerolling ones.
Why?
I've been mentioned that. Give me a second. Let me just double check something.
I know he chose his I know he chose the Necron warriors. Like, he chose troops as his reroll target for his Xenos hunters, but for his mission tactics. Sorry. But I'm a little bit confused as to how he's rerolling once they hit here. Could chat teach me, please? I'm losing something here. Okay, Xenos Hunters gives him one reroll once they hit. Okay, just making sure. Who in chat said his reroll once to wound?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I am getting the real ones to hit. Cool. So that will be 20 attacks.
Okay, so it ended up not being a huge difference, but you know, one extra hit.
These are wounding on 4s, rolling.
You're rolling all failed wounds. Okay, now these guys do not have a chronometron.
No wound.
So
-2.
that's
-3 because I'm in assault.
9 of them dead.
Well. Alright then.
That's almost all of them.
And
There's 2
I'm going
left.
to spend 1 CP for overkill.
Fair
And
enough.
he spent the CP, so they only reanimate on 6s. Okay.
Uh,
I'm not
actually,
sure
no,
if that's
I am not.
necessary.
I'm not.
That's 9 dead, and
2,
2,
3
3.
combat.
Yep, we come back.
Okay.
You interrupt.
I do not.
What? I wonder what the idea here is with Toby. Is he just trying to create a wall?
Yeah, I think I'm scoring max for no prisoners.
How'd you come up with that idea? I don't know, might be slightly tight.
Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna stop accounting for this. Okay.
Fair enough.
These Vanguard Veteran are going to slap into the warriors here.
Okay, so it's this combat up here now. And I'll put the engage all fronts back down to 2. It's that kind of game today.
Rolling ones.
So right now the lightning claws are flashing around all over the place. They're doing a lot of damage. And if this goes through appropriately...
Ooh, okay.
Wow, 16. Now is when you use the CP to overkill.
3 AP.
Unless if they're just all dead.
So
They're all dead.
saves.
They're all
Oh,
dead.
rip
There's only
them.
12 of them. Never mind. Wow, okay, so that flank is entirely collapsed.
Okay. Oh. And... Okay, I think... Yeah, there's these guys. They're going to slap with everything.
Yeah, well, with an half
Going
and half
to
and everything,
headbutt
that
my
should be a grand
scarabs.
total of 15 attacks.
Yes. I just
Unless if the
need
sergeant
to
has an extra
just
attack,
take
which I
it.
don't doubt. Where is he? Where is he?
So 3 each plus 1, so 16.
Where's the sergeant? The sergeant is the shotgun guy. I know that much. Anyway.
Rolling 1.
Okay. And these will be wounding on 3s. Killing because of the AP -1 for being in the assault doctrine.
So wounding on... Yeah,
Ooh.
wounding on 3s. And 1 AP.
So that kills the scarab.
Rip that guy.
All right. Well, would you look at that?
You got this one, this one.
I think this is a pretty good argument against
Yeah,
ever
okay.
taking Silvertide again in this meta right now.
That's the end of the phase.
Like one squad of 20 to flex
No,
with
you
maybe,
can
but
back
like,
back.
oof, dude.
Yep, I will.
All the durability in the world does not seem to quite be able to cut it when someone brings a leaf blower list like this.
Good,
Jeez, oh
one
man.
second.
Glorg says Destroyer Tide is where it's at. I gotta admit, there's a part of me that it wants to agree with you there, friend. There's a part of me that wants to agree with you there. By the way, if you're ever doing casting and stuff, maybe take out the top menu and the notes and stuff. That's usually a pretty good plan. You also don't really need the tools on the left, but I don't think you guys can see that. So I'm not sure exactly what's being pondered right now. If I had to guess, it's how Toby's going to potentially pile in to fight back against these Vanguard vets, maybe even kill one of them. Get on the objective, steal it from him. I'm seeing possibilities here. Imagine what he could have done with reanimation. He would have been able to wrap him. He would have had this objective. These auras hurt. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of them, to be fair, but my eyeballs have just, like, bled their last. So right now, these dry husks of meat that are in my skull are currently able to see everything except for the pink. Well, not rat, but like go around to the other side, steal the objective from him, because he doesn't have anything else on the objective except for these two guys here.
Return it.
You know what I mean? So if he had been able to reanimate those three on like the other side,
or are you going to do something?
Well, pilot and fight with the warriors.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yep, I shall. So.
he's moving in. I'm surprised Ark moved any of the bets off the point. Yeah.
Well, I can get two
I
on
can see.
there. which
I
is
like the idea of him
enough to
charging,
hold the
though.
point.
I'm just sad that he didn't use
Yeah,
that
but
to get
it's
the
still
extra
enough to hold
movement
the point
necessary
for
to
now.
get engaged on all fronts for 3. I would have happily given up that middle objective to be able to position them for next turn, where he could have they could have gotten super aggressive, killed off the Immortals
there we
easily. This Illuminor
5
would have been
attacks
dead, and
here,
they
does
would have been able
nothing.
to just shoot everything here. It's a weird one, man. Kind of wish he got punished for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
4 hits.
So we're on
He's
to rolling
winning
now.
on
4 hits.
fours.
These are winning on 4s. 3s,
Okay.
actually.
No AP.
Yep.
He does kill one.
I actually killed something.
Yeah, and that matters too, because you still have the objective now, Toby. Look at that.
Way to go, I guess. Alright.
So he now has 2 objectives instead of just 1.
Okay.
Alright. Well,
That's important. That's important. He did get punished for it there, Pants. He did get punished for it.
that is your turn.
This is a John Oliver
There's,
moment where I
morale
wish I could have just been like, he
difficulties
did get
for
punished for it.
psychic.
Look at him. Look
Yep,
at his
there
sad,
is.
stupid
They lost.
face. He did get
6.
punished for it. But like, that's really
Oh, no,
mean
they
right now
lost
because these
7
people are
in
trying
total.
their hardest.
So
Okay,
that's
John
gonna
Oliver
be
being mean is really good when you're
50.
dealing with a
Okay,
bunch
they
of
run.
idiots. So these are not a bunch of idiots.
So
These
this
are
guy
people doing their
runs
best.
away, and then
Now, combat attrition here could be a pickle, depending on how this goes. We'll have to see.
1s and
He
2s.
wants to avoid rolling 1s and
Yep,
2s
right
here as
indeed.
much as possible. So long as he keeps at least... No!
Well, fuck me, I guess.
No! That was one more 1 and 2 than he needed to roll. Look, combat attrition's real, folks. Sometimes it really hurts. So now this is
Actually
just
still hold the
contested.
point.
And
Oh,
Zaros
cool.
is
Yes, I lost
nowhere
one.
near there
Well, no,
to
these
be able
have
to
outside.
reanimate them.
Yeah, but things that already have
Oh,
OPSEC
yeah, right,
for
right,
General
right,
Conquerors
right.
count
But
double.
But he counts as double! He does count as 2 models!
So I technically hold that point.
He holds that point with
Yay
a
for double
warrior!
attack.
In the face of Dreadnought! Necron warriors say,
Alright.
"E mine."
How
I
many
don't know what I'm doing with
characters
my
did I
life
kill?
anymore.
1,
I've gone
2,
insane with this
3?
game. There's nothing
I have
else
2 on
going
the
in my
board.
brain other than
Oh no,
just
I have 3 on the board, so there's 3 dead.
Okay,
That's my
so
brain.
I'm gonna score for it. I'm getting 2 for engage.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you have 10
And,
for
I'm
assassinate
just
because it's
gonna
your
pay
warlord.
double 15 for no prisoner.
Yeah, sounds about right. Let's see how many scarabs are these.
You also killed the warlord for assassination. That gives you an additional point for that.
Oh, right.
That's
Cool.
true. I don't think that'll end up mattering too much, but
Yeah.
that is correct.
Nope.
Cool.
He's gonna max out assassination, which
On
is
to you.
just incredible.
Yep.
So that's gonna be 42 points. Wow.
Alright, so command protocols don't matter. So I'll just
Painful
delete
stuff,
those.
man. Painful stuff. Right now, Toby is going to go
Luminor
ahead and
gets
score
1 HP back.
another 3 points for priority targets. He's not going to score any more engaged on all fronts, that's for sure. He's going to score 5 points for... No, 10 points for his primary. So there's that going for him. Which puts him up to, what, 46? If I'm counting
I
right
guess
here?
the Chronomancer will be giving himself a Chronometron. What the fucking do? He now rerolls to charge. Let's see how much that'll do.
This is brutal, man.
Alright.
How many Scarabs and Warriors died turn 1? Actually, not that
And not
many.
much
Most
to
of
do
this was
considering
turn
the low
2.
amount of
The
things I have.
Scarabs definitely all died within 2
I
turns.
am currently on 2 points. So,
You should not be
3,
sad,
so-
Cat. My cat broken in
Well, you're not on
my
1
casting
anymore.
office again. I'm upset.
that's for sure.
I mean, he's a happy cat, but at the same time, he's going to meow at me very sadly until
okay.
he gets what he wants, which is probably tuna fish, which I can't give him. The life of somebody who
So
lives
for
with a cat, huh?
movement.
I don't know why I'm telling you guys this, though. So, that was the top of, that was the bottom of turn
I
2.
can reasonably get
This
out
is
of
the
it.
top of turn 3, and this is currently where we're standing with the Necrons. Toby's in a pickle. I think that's the safest way to put it. Illuminar Xeris is now on his own. There's no Crypto Thralls to help him. He's forgotten to retrieve Octaria's data not once but twice. So that's a big problem because now he's got 5 flayed ones that he needs to deploy this turn. Has to get Rod in one corner
here.
and hopefully score a second corner this
God.
turn. So these guys now all come out.
This is definitely me. There we go.
And these guys
Oh,
should be able to
the
do some
sound
decent
just looped for
damage
you.
to
Yes.
the Vanguard
Oh,
veterans here
fucking
and
hell.
in here if he
Oh.
remembers that they are in there.
That's not nice, is it?
Can we get a cat
No,
cam?
all of these
Anyway.
warriors.
On a semi-professional stream, no, sadly. But if you want to see cat cam, which
I
occasionally
believe
does
that would be
happen,
very painful.
twitch.tv/slowwolf, where I
yeah, I
actually do
have
my
to
own
picture
streaming
what,
sometimes when I'm not doing all this.
Doctrina, and I'm still
Oh,
in
yeah.
assault.
Otherwise, I'd love to put on a cat. He's white and very derpy and he's very cute, but he makes the saddest meows for no reason. Hey, buddy.
I know it. Might as well. I'll advance that Chronomancer up there.
Toby has to desperately hope this Immortals can
See
survive
where he
another
can
turn so
go.
he can rod them with them on turn 4. Yeah, pretty much.
Well, not very far with that one.
So the Chronomancer is going to advance away. Fair enough. He's going to hide inside the woods or on the other side of the woods. That way he shoots even worse.
Oh no, he won't be able to reroll to charge now.
That's okay. There's not much that the Chronomancer is going to be able to do. Although I would have rerouted him entirely myself. That makes sense. Illuminar Xeris is going to get back within range of the Necron Warriors. Necron Warriors that are currently not wholly within dense terrain. So they are going to be very easy to kill.
As always.
And then this time I'll actually not forget about. Well, first of all, flayed ones are gonna be able to deep strike in,
Mhm.
and
You want a corner that the flayed ones can deep strike in that they're going to have a hard time being dealt with? Right back
There's
here, man.
The,
Right back here.
manage.
yeah.
If he
Go
puts
ahead
them in
and
there, he
make
won't be
that
more than
one, I
6
guess.
inches away from the edge. Will he?
Why do they have to clump up like that? Alright.
No, he does get it. If he just... Yeah, there we go. So the flayed one's going to go ahead and retrieve Octaria's
They're
data
going
in
up
the
there,
enemy
and they're gonna
corner,
be
which is
doing the
fine. It doesn't really matter.
The ones I'm not forgetting about.
Yeah, what I meant that he wasn't 6 inches away from the middle here. Sorry about that, folks. I didn't mean to be vague there. I think it's honestly just that my brain's a bit fried
Also,
from
He'll be
spectating
falling
this
back.
game. This guy's gonna go ahead and fall back, hold the objective like the
where's that?
boss he
That
is,
far enough away, I think.
or that they are. I mean,
That certainly should be.
gender's a bit irrelevant when you are a deathless robot, really. So
Right.
that's all good. These guys are actually rotting, which is good. They do need to survive with
Alright,
these immortals.
so-
If Ark knows what he's doing, they won't.
I will shoot
We'll
you
see.
with my guns now,
Mhm.
So we're into the shooting phase.
which I have a couple at least. So these are all
Illuminar
in
Xeris has
range.
not given the immortals a boost yet.
It's gonna
He
be
should
the,
remember to do that,
full
but he's
40
not going
shots
to. Okay, moving forward.
into those center veteran vanguard.
Okay, so that's a lot of shots. Word. Oh
my God.
no,
I
not
think
this.
it's-
Jesus.
Oh no!
Yeah. This,
Oh god,
Yeah, I hear it.
this is not nice.
There we
There
go.
we
Okay, so these
Okay,
boys are
this
hitting on
time
threes.
actually Cooperate. That's gonna be threes this
Okay,
time
now it's
around.
wounding on threes though, because strength 5 and a toughness 4. Good stuff. All right, that's the kind of roll you're
Threes.
looking for. Now he
It's
just
gonna
needs to
be
fail enough
17,
4-ups,
AP
which
minus 2.
statistically he should
Wow.
to die. And he did. 1,
that
2,
is-
3, 4.5.
That is
4.5 dead, that is the squad.
on. Yeah.
See, and this is
I
where
killed the
Necron
unit.
Warriors with Gauss Reapers do
Congratulations.
particularly well. Being able to shoot at a
Alright,
-2 AP is perfect for
Warden is
dealing
going
with
to
Vanguard vets.
rapid fire into those two down there.
Mhm.
That should have happened to the other 2 Vanguard vets too, it would be my opinion, but yeah. Alright, so all those shots do hit.
Hits all of them.
Needs 3s to wound here, though. Come on, Toby, I believe.
Damn it. Alright, 3s to wound.
Oh, no.
course
Alright,
he
so these are
rolled a
saving
1
on
and 2.
3s, though, because they're in cover.
AP minus 2.
Yeah.
Passes
so-
both
They save on
anyway.
fives.
So the Vanguard vets live another day.
Alright,
These guys are heroes, by the way. They've dealt with
Illuminor
so much nonsense.
We'll be
we shot
shooting
at
the
them.
wounded dreadnought again.
Mhm.
Okay, so Xeris is still trying to kill a dreadnought. Which one now though?
One shot.
This guy, I guess.
Might as well reroll that, I guess.
Okay, trying to reroll the number of shots here. Sadly,
Into
does
a
not
one.
work.
Great. Okay.
Hitting on a
So just
3,
one shot on 3,
wounding on a 3,
and
fails to wound.
not on a 2.
Xeris' staff is meant to be handy. It is not meant to consist of your entire anti-tank
He
defense.
fell back.
Swing.
But they have
Oh yeah,
one
he
advantage.
advanced.
They also just
I
sat
get
their
that.
last turn. Look, you know what? They were
Yeah.
taking a lot of gauss fire.
But it is an
I am
assault
pinned,
turn,
brother.
so
Yeah, okay.
here it goes.
Okay. Well, you're going to be shooting through dens anyways, so.
Yeah, so many -1s they have there. He gets D3 shot.
Thankfully
Wait,
they
is
don't
this the
stack.
Aeon
Okay,
stave?
that's gonna be a big
He's
3
got an
shots.
Entropic Lance. See, why is he shooting it like he's got an Aeon stave?
Okay.
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 They're all hit, and they're. I think
I'm just gonna
three's
let him
wound,
shoot
right?
it. It's fine. You have fun.
Yeah, it's strength.
You have fun
8.
there, Toby.
So, yeah,
Oh,
it's
actually,
actually
that was actually just one shot. I assumed
okay.
it was the other gun. Okay. They all went through anyway, so I'll just
Okay.
delete 2 of them.
4 up invuln save. He
Nice.
saves.
That
Okay,
was-
never mind.
okay.
It's all good.
Uh,
Yes, hello,
yeah.
Ezio. My beautiful
Against this gun, they
my
get you
fur
take the
nephew. What
invul.
do you want? I cannot give
Wouldn't
you
look against the other
It is
gun.
it is
Alright.
not time, you tiny addict.
That's it.
All right.
That's
So, yeah, okay. It is hard
I'm not charging
sometimes
you.
to be super enthusiastic about a game that
Um,
looks
No,
exactly like
have to
this.
turn
The
over to
trick
me.
right now for Toby is
Yep.
to be
I'll
as
send you up
enthusiastic as he
morale, right?
can about points.
No, I don't think I have morale on anything.
So where can he score the most points? Well, hopefully he's managed. The
2 points
Deathwatch do
for
hold
priority
3 whole
targets.
objectives, which should give them 15 on the primary.
And I'm holding more.
They are going to go ahead and start scoring engaged on all fronts for 3 points every turn from here on out.
Yes, you were.
Pretty much guaranteed. My prediction is that he's going to go ahead and assassinate the last 2 things on the board, giving him the full 15 for assassination and 5 for engage on all fronts here. I'm going to go ahead and just stack those points up now.
And
What are you doing? It's
I'm
battle
going
round
to
3,
awaken the
buddy!
Spirit on this Redemptor over here.
So, yeah, okay, just like move that down to battle round 3. It's fine. The points are roughly
Yep.
the same anyway. It should be 57 plus 5 plus 3, so 57 plus 8 puts us up to 65 points for contender 1 here. Look, this is a very strong showing out of the Deathwatch. This Leaf Blower list that we featured on AlphaCast, okay, is doing exactly what we said it would do. It is blowing the Leafs off the board. When John Lennon makes a list, he does not mess around. And this is a variation on it with an extra Dreadnought. And as they move forward, I'm going to go ahead and just pump up the tunes a little bit higher. Because, you
Kind of
know, we
making, like,
deserve
a
to have
circle
some
around
ear
this
candy at this
lone
point. I think that
warrior.
we've... I think that's been deserved.
Yep.
It's fine.
Yep, as they move forward. So here's
They
what I
kill you
expect will
all
happen.
just
At this
away.
point, like, he just needs to hold these 3 objectives. He does not need to hold this objective anymore. These Vanguard veterans should go over here and kill the Chronomancer. Like, that just should happen. Now that all these Dreadnoughts are here in the middle, they should be able to
Hero
shoot the
warrior,
Necron
though,
Warriors and
magically
Illuminor
kills you.
Zeros off the board. These 2 Vanguard veterans, now that these 4 are dead, are the only things that are able to score engage on all fronts for this turn. So they should move forward, they should toss 1 grenade, and then they should do nothing at all. Everything else should be moving into a position where they can just shoot everything off the board here. These Immortals will now survive because the Vanguard vets are dead. They will now survive until they can rod, so that's great. If he forgets about the flayed ones, there is a snowball's chance in heck they'll be able to advance far enough as to be able to rod in this corner next in like 2 turns. We'll see. The other thing that the flayed ones could do, actually, that would be really funny, is to actually charge and kill these Deathwatch veterans. It's not impossible. It's not likely, but it's not impossible either. As it stands, I also forgot, Contender 2 secondaries. Priority targets is now up to 9 points. It's not the end of the world there. And engage all fronts did happen for another 2 points, putting him up to 7. So, like, you know, that's something. Did he remember? Yeah, he did. He's at 51 points as a result of it. Good job, Contender 2. Yeah, so So you can see the Dreadnought army moving forward. All they need to do is kill all these Necron warriors. As soon as the Necron warriors are dead, in like 2 or 3 Dreadnoughts worth of shooting, you know, that'll be the end of it. Okay, so the Deathwatch veterans are now moving forward. I guess they kind of start shooting at the flayed ones in advance. Good move, good move. Yeah, that's definitely an option, is that these two guys could move forward and try to charge the Immortals. The Immortals do have enough attacks, though, to be a problem. For these Vanguard veterans, it's not a guarantee that they die, but like it's enough that they could be an issue. Particularly because they can fall back, shoot, and then, you know, charge thanks to the Royal Warden, so it doesn't stop much else. I would rather keep them alive and keep them in the quarter to be able to just score, engage on all fronts for the rest of the game, without them being at serious risk.
If I can't kill them with these will just kill them.
Yeah, now we're thinking overlapping fields of fire. You know, why don't I collect Space Marines? I should collect Redemptive Dreadnoughts and Space Marines, get a couple of Contemptors for real life. You know, I would be good at playing that army, I think. Maybe. I might even be as good as Ark. But I don't have Deathwatch. I've got Salamanders. It's just not the right way to play them. I ain't scared of Immortals. Alright, Pants is absolutely just telling me that I'm wrong, and that's fair.
Okay, these guys can... Actually, I'm going to... Yeah, I already moved these guys. Yeah, that's everything. Cool, shooting.
Cam dancing. Alright, so movement phase is done. We're into the psychic phase.
Okay.
We forgot to repair?
So first, these Deathwatch veterans are going
I think we forgot to repair. That's fine. We don't need to repair anyway. What about +1 attack Immortals with the -1 toughness? Hey, see, Ingram's talking my way here. Okay, like if you got Rad Wreath on your guys, I'm with you.
Which one's better? They're going to be the 2 in front, the 3 in front actually. I think.
So let's see. Out of these different options, like I'd honestly go with
the 2 in front are going to shoot the flamer profile.
Shell myself.
The back ones are going to shoot the
or the Worm's Breath profile. The Xenoforge is absolutely unnecessary.
2d6.
We'll have to see what he does. 2d6 Worm's Breath shots. That's 5. Okay. Not exactly what you're looking for, but it's fine. He's gonna be winning on 4s.
Wounding on 4s. Ooh.
They're rolling the 1s. No, because they're not the right. They're an elite's choice.
And saves timing assault, so good point.
They're both there.
Drop 1.
Yep.
And
oh wait, no, he's in Assault
shots.
Doctrine. So never mind, that's just 1 kill. I thought that he was in Tactical Doctrine this turn, seeing as he has nothing to fight with
Yeah, of
this
course.
turn. But okay, fair enough.
Wounding on 3s. No rerolls here. No AP.
No AP. Alright.
4's needed. 1 pass.
6 and
2 passes.
6.
Wow.
Cool. Roll your
so
reanimation
just
for that
the
one.
one guy will
5 up.
reanimate.
No, the one
Nope.
guy is dead. There are 4 flayed ones left.
Correction, he will not reanimate.
For 65 points, flayed ones could be worse.
He will lag out, is what he will.
Make
Okay.
approximately in the same sense as elite scouts. I think that
The
I think that in that case the
is
elite's
going
meant to
no, the fifth Volca is
talk
not.
about availability
Yeah,
within an army,
he's going
but
to.
yeah, makes sense.
The Twin Volca is going to put 8 shine to these flayed ones and 8
Like where else
shots
would you
into
put flayed
the
ones?
warriors.
There's no terror troops option, and they are a terrible troops
Okay.
option
They ignore the dents because
for fluff
of the
reasons.
warlord.
So they ignore cover because of the Aegis Captain with the nowhere to hide aura, but does that get rid of cover save, or does that get rid of
Rolling
all
device.
benefits of cover? Elites means miscellaneous, the things we don't want to be troops. Yeah, that's fair.
Wounding on a 3. Ooh, okay.
Pretty good
Rolling
wounds.
once.
You're rolling.
Okay. No idea.
4 ups.
Well,
Damn it.
not bad. Only 3
3
died.
3 die. And then I'll just reanimate them now.
Oh my god. This dude's dice roller hates him.
Nothing.
Alright, so that's 3 fully dead.
So one of them's still alive.
Poor flayed ones.
And they're going to shoot the Volca into the warriors.
Okay, so single Volkite now into the warriors.
Okay, rolling ones. Wounding on 3, rolling ones. 1 mortal and 4 wounds. No
Okay.
idea.
Alright, save 3. And then
2
to
reanimation.
go. Oh, that is not what I meant to copy.
One
2 reanimations.
gets
One
back
goes
up.
through.
One makes it, and
Reroll.
reroll ones.
The other one
You
gets
make
back
it.
up.
Both
I don't
make
think
it.
anybody died.
Okay. Yep, they're fine.
Wow.
Uh,
Durable.
I guess the other twin Volkite is going to put. No, might as well. Okay. The Primaris Tech Marine is going to chuck a grenade. A crack
How
grenade.
far can you throw grenades?
6 inches.
Oh, at my
Yeah.
at my one
I
guy.
know.
At my hero Necron.
And he's going to.
Wait,
shoot
what pistol
Forge
did he
Volkite
give this
because he can
guy?
do that with the.
He's got a
Okay.
grav pistol. That would be so much better than a crack grenade. He can shoot that at the same time as shooting his forge bolter. It's one of his rules. Oh, okay. Well, he's styling.
Just has this little grenade trebuchet on his back.
Okay. And
He's just flexing at this point.
wounding on a. Okay, so just 1 wound. At these
Done.
-1.
So he needs a 5-up save here to keep these Necron warriors
So once I get to pick up that
alive.
dice, that will be a 5-up.
He lives.
Alright, they're fine.
Good job,
And
Necron
the
warrior.
crack
Now
grenade.
for the grenade.
Grenade trebuchet.
Hits.
Oh, crack
Moves
grenade.
on a 3.
Yeah,
Alright then.
wounding on a 3.
He could have grav pistol. He'd be dead now.
-3.
5-up save. Let's see it happen.
Crack grenade.
-1 AP. It's not Devastator Doctrine.
It,
Alright.
It's not dead. 5-up save.
crack grenade.
Where's the save? Hold the objective
Didn't even
over
expect to
all of
hit it and
them.
fell over.
Force them to charge. He's not gonna roll the save.
Okay.
Hits. He can shoot the pistol at the same time as his
the-
bolter.
this
It's a special rule the
Redemptor,
primary Thick Marine
which
has.
is,
I'm positive. It's like a rule on the Forge Bolter, I think.
The
because it's just
lieutenant's
like a
going to
Chronomancer's
shoot
Forge
his
Bolter.
Mastercrafted bolt gun.
So the
at
Tech Marine
your
can still shoot
warriors.
his pistol or
What?
throw his grenade and still use his Forge Bolter. That's why he was able to do the thing he did. I run a
hits.
non-primary.
Oh wait, what am I doing too?
Silly
Sorry.
goat.
I'll just drop it.
Okay, so at this point, we are...
And the captain is going to shoot his
Captain's
Mastercrafted
doing his shooting as well.
wounds. -1.
Where's all the
Saves.
Redemptive
Saves.
fire?
Cool. The
Why is he
other
doing chip
twin
damage
Volkite
when he
is
wants to
going
reuse
put,
blast as
16
much as
shots into
possible?
The warriors. Wait, no, it's better for me to do the Redemptor first.
Yes, it is. That's okay. He's learning.
Everything.
Look, see, he
into
got
the,
himself. He got himself.
warriors.
It's 10 points cheaper. That's fair. But I also
I
like
believe
the
for
Primaris
them
guy.
it does
He's
matter
cool.
that they're
And I have
T5.
one. And my entire army's Primaris, so that way it lasts a little bit longer. I don't have any first one myself, so. Hey, buddy. Wait. Yeah, meow. Hello. You're not supposed to be down here. Go away.
Yeah,
You're
okay,
cute and adorable,
everything.
but go away.
I don't get the reroll from the captain, but it doesn't matter, honestly, at this point.
Okay.
I'm
So
going
at
to
this
just-
point, Ark's idea is to try
I
to
don't need
continue to
to-
do some damage to these Necron warriors and reduce them. We see the Vanguard vets dealing with a
Okay,
Chronomancer up
I
there.
did awaken
The
this
game's
one
kind of a
because I was
foregone
going to
conclusion.
move him
We
here.
know what's going to happen in terms of like the points and everything. Sadly,
Moving on
but
each
man, is it a
Everything.
dominating victory or what for this
Yeah,
list, right?
honestly.
I mean, against Silver Tide, which is definitely a boogeyman for a Wildcat, you are currently
This
walking
is
into.
AP,
Like, oh my goodness, what are you doing?
Okay, so that's 6 dead
Silver Tide
warriors.
was definitely a boogeyman for a little while in early 9th, and just look at it. Oof. Primaris or not, Tech Marines die as soon as they lose Lookout Sir protection. 100% they do. But usually they have it because they're next to their
And the
dreadnoughts,
Fractal
right?
grenade launcher.
Right?
That will be a full 12.
Right? Alright.
Okay, I don't have the ones. Wounding on 5 because I am hitting 2. But I do get the chapter tactic reroll ones.
I'm so confused. Okay, so he's putting the Gatling gun into what now?
Oh, well,
What would it be wounding on a 5?
no idea on
This is
this.
all on 4s.
Oh, Jesus.
Of course, I roll 4 ones in there.
You'd be wounding on 4s, not 5s.
Okay. And there's the.
I'll be right back. My cat's being a jerk.
Oh, shit, what is it called? Untitled Gatling Cannon. Jesus Christ, I hate these promos stuff. Yeah, everything hits. Wounding on. These are toughness 5, are they? You put plus 1T on it.
They are T5, yes.
Yeah, okay. Don't nail force. -1.
5s. Alright, that's 2 more.
2 more. And I'm going to overkill them once again.
Makes sense. 12. Alright, so reanimating on a 6. It's 2 of them.
The rest I kill. The other Redemptor is going to shoot. So this one over here is going to shoot into your warriors. It's minimum it's 3 shots. 4 shots, okay. Okay, rerolls the 1, but drops the 2. Oh, well, okay.
Also drops the 1.
Yeah. Okay, both of them. No saves.
Yep, no saves. They're just dead.
I'll do the Frag Storm Grenade. I think it's in range.
Should be. Yeah.
Yeah. 2d6. Yeah. Okay, so that'll be 8 shots. Hitting on 3.
They're -1 because Den's covered.
Ignore Den's.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Warden. Rerolling d1s. And this one he saves. No, sorry. This one goes too. And these are 1L5s because Frag Storm strength 4.
Yep. I saved 2 of them.
And there's the Onslaught Gatling Cannon. Oh. Okay. Hitting on 3. Wounding on a 4. Like, give it a second.
Some point in the future, that will be wounding on a 4.
Yes.
Apparently.
On the 1s. -1.
Yeah, they're dead. Actually, I'll
for
CP that.
build. Okay.
Might as well.
Alright, we're back.
Nope, they're dead.
Yeah.
Necron
That's
Warriors
exactly
are now
the
toasted
unit.
already, I see. That new secondary did Necrons super dirty. It did hurt this kind of horde style mentality, and it's going to make sure that the Orc Codex doesn't end up being as super strong
6
as it could
shots
be. But
into
like,
Royal Warden.
Scarab
6
spam?
shots
Yeah,
into- 8
definitely
shots into
hurt.
Royal Warden, 8 shots into Zeros.
Alright.
So this one's hitting on 3s. This was into Zeros, wounding on a 4 reroll 1s. Oh god, okay. Alright, 1 mortal and 1 wound, no ID.
Okay. So 3 up save.
passes,
takes
takes
one.
one
Makes,
more
and
wound, down to
he's
2
down.
again.
And there's the 8 shots against the Warden.
I see. Split fire, huh? These are hitting on 4s. Hopefully he remembers that.
Wounding on a 3.
Unless if he's ignoring dense cover with his captain somehow.
Yeah. So 1 mortal and 3
I
saves.
think that's what You Can't Hide does. Ignores all cover. It might not. He gets his 3-up saves here, though. He's past 2. He does.
Okay.
Warden's down
Drops
2 wounds left.
2 damage and 1 mortal.
Down to 1
Down
wound
to
left.
1.
Okay. Fair enough.
Redemptor is going to fire Overcharge into the Zeras and the Onslaught into Royal Warden. My last Redemptor. 1 shot, that's fine. Hits.
Wounds. Goes straight through his armor and does him 2
-4,
damage.
so
Luminar's
keep
arrows
going,
is
you're
dead.
evil.
This is into what?
Zeros.
Right. How much damage is this?
3.
Oh, okay. You killed Zeros.
He
Congratulations.
didn't get a invul?
He doesn't get an invuln. He's a
Oh,
140-point model that doesn't get an invuln.
Jesus.
Yep.
Also, I'm just moving your primaries to the point you actually scored them. Because it says you scored them on Battle Round 4.
So this is going to go up to the full.
And so he's hit
The prophecy
on a 4.
is coming to
or
fruition!
Yeah, wounding on 4.
So that many AP minus
5 wound
1.
minus
He has to pass every single one of these on a 4.
Here goes.
No, that's a dead Warden as well. That's
Yeah,
another
he's
3
dead.
points for Assassinate. Nowhere to Hide does not ignore dents. Okay, good to know. I mean, those 2 characters were probably super dead anyway, but dang,
Okay.
man.
And yeah, that's all for shooting. There's nothing else I can see.
Yep.
Charging. Yeah.
He
these
did
won't
not move the
charge.
Vanguard vets to score engage. No, his brain turned off.
I think they may make that one
I get
charge.
the feeling that honestly,
Yes.
Ark's brain turned off. at
Actually,
some
no.
point.
If I roll Snake Eyes, I get 0-inch charge. So.
Fair enough. Go ahead.
Oh.
1 inch. It's enough.
Yeah, I make the 1-inch charge.
Yep. You make the 1-inch charge through difficult ground.
Okay. 20 attacks.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Like, you know that I've lost my brains when I laugh and it reminds me of
We're
gorillas.
only ones.
He's wrong anyway. Those VVets ignore difficult ground. Why? Is that something that Fly does?
He has toughness 4, so winning on 4s. Oh. Full reroll.
Oh my lord, this song's driving me nuts. Argofox,
That
what are
many
you doing?
saves and -3 because I'm in assault.
That many saves on my 4-up invul.
He's dead.
No,
Just.
he is dead. Almost.
CP.
CP
Okay.
reroll.
4-up.
No.
No.
Damn it. Ugh.
Yeah.
If I had another CP, I would have another way to save him on a 4, but... Oh well.
So, the entirety of the Necron
You
army
denied me
now
2
consists of 5 immortals stashed here behind a building.
Okay.
This is the bottom of turn flipping
Okay,
free.
and that's the end of the turn. I score 3 for engage.
Yep.
Look, if they can't talk this out, I don't know who can.
I still hold 1 point. So I think we can probably talk it out at this point.
Yeah, that makes
I would
sense,
assume
boys.
considering I literally have 5 models on the board.
Yeah.
Now, those 5
Probably.
models are actually going to be relatively difficult to
I'm
remove,
going to be
fair.
so I'm just going to be
You're
scoring all of
just
these.
getting all the primaries, definitely. I'm getting
Actually, not that difficult. They
fucking-
just need to make one fairly long
And I'm getting
charge here.
engage every turn.
there's no
So,
fucking way the
1,
Flake
2,
one is
3.
getting anything.
1, 2, 3. 9,
I'm
6.
getting 3 more points on priority target. I think you can probably take that away from me.
He gets
afterwards, though.
Rod
Mm-hmm.
this turn. He should get Rod for 4 points. But, yeah, no,
you
that
could
makes
just
sense.
literally advance
for a
everything
full-
onto
for
there and you have
96
that point.
there.
Yeah.
And then, these
I
guys
mean,
can,
next turn, these guys are just gonna come in and advance in charge.
those guys down there get to actually do the action. I should have 4 more points on that by all accounts, but I just don't because I'm stupid. So yeah, I believe 96 to 63 would be the final score.
Alrighty. It was fun.
That sounds about right to me, folks.
If Slowwolf can come in for some commentary on the game, that would be great.
Yeah,
I really appreciate it.
I'm right here. I just finished tallying up the score myself for you from what I saw, and dang. Let's go ahead and start off with some things. First off, well played, you two. Good to see a Silver Tide list. Still trucking around the meta and everything, and it's good to see the Deathwatch come up against their hated foe and do what's fluffy about it, I guess.
Yeah.
It was really cool to watch the game. That said, I'm pretty sure that my brain is fried. How many reps do you guys have with your lists? Ark?
Reps, I've played this list maybe 5 times.
And Toby?
Well, this specific list, so I've been playing variations of this for a while. I don't know, like, how much that would be, but I very recently had the idea to put Illuminor in because it sounded fun. And I think I've also played the variation with Illuminor like 5 or 6 times.
Okay. So, yeah, okay. One of the things the chat and I noticed, so there were like a number of plays that we were all like very confused about. But the game turned out well for Ark, I think, to say it safely. For those of you that don't know, the list that Ark has here is based heavily on a list archetype written up by John Lennon from the Art of War team, who is currently the Art of War member with the highest win rate, actually, it turns out. He piloted a Space Marine Ultramarines list and then adapted it to Deathwatch, and it's been doing some severely strong runs ever since. It's a bit of a leaf blower. Ark, what are your thoughts playing the list so far?
I really love playing the playstyle. I mean, it's great to just have such a murderous blob in the middle. I really love playing this list. The killing power, because I've played mostly Custodes and Thousand Suns, and this is just another level of firepower I've never got before.
That makes sense. Going into this matchup, I'm pretty sure that you saw your opponent's list and went, okay, I'm going to kill everything. And that's where a good chunk of your secondaries went. Why did you not pick priority target, out of curiosity?
Because I forgot it existed.
Okay, fair enough. That's what Chat and I were thinking, but we also thought that you might have some like crazy zany plans. So just letting you know. Okay, ask that question. Cool. There were a couple of there was one thing during deployment that I guess Chat was curious about too that I want to ask. Why did you deploy your Redemptors as front and center as you did, out of curiosity?
Mostly because my entire plan was just to go sit on this middle objective, and Redemptors are better at punching, way better at punching than into Scarabs than the Contemptors.
Yeah.
And I can always pick up the Warriors with my Contemptors whilst I am punching those Scarabs. So, yeah, which is kind of why I did it.
That's more or less what I thought as well, and that made good sense to me. But yeah, okay, good work. Ark, there's really not much else to say other than please remember to repair your Dreadnoughts every turn.
Yes.
That was a missed
enough.
opportunity. But past that, no, that all worked out really well. And remember that the Nowhere to Hide Warlord trait does not ignore dents.
Okay.
Yeah, and all it does is remove the cover save bonus.
Okay,
Toby.
I have to go now. So,
go ahead. It's fine. I've asked all my
guys have
questions
fun.
of you that I need to.
See ya.
All right, Toby. Dude,
Yeah.
I gotta say, congratulations on you for keeping your cool, because that was not only an impressive list to go up against, it's an impressive list to go up against with your list specifically. So keeping your cool there and staying like a positive mindset, cracking jokes and stuff is like really like a big thumbs up for me. So good for you for that. What did you think walking into this matchup?
I mean, I was entirely aware that the big issue of the Dreadnoughts was there. That just they kill everything, and I'm not capable of killing them.
Yep.
So mainly my entire plan just revolved around maybe I can just deny him primaries at the beginning, and then hope that's enough. which, to be fair, is the entire plan of this list.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's difficult to deny primaries for long enough, though, when you're up against that kind of firepower, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that certainly turned out that way.
Have you gone up against a list like this before, though?
I don't think so, actually.
Okay, so this is your first time going up against the Dreadnought Leaf Blowers. Fair enough, dude. It is definitely a tough list to go up against, and especially when it's like, okay, you've not seen it in action before. That thing does way more damage than you ever think it does. So Illuminor Xeris, he's an interesting pickup. Yeah. I like him conceptually because of the ability to resurrects from 3 different squads if you spend a stratagem to do it, or 2 at least without. And his ability to give bonuses is also pretty strong. Why did you bring Illuminor Xeris specifically? Like, is it for those reasons, or is there something else I missed?
It is mainly because I thought I was fun, and if I get the toughness, that can really screw some lists I found. But yeah, mainly because I thought he's a fun character.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And yeah, agreed. If you had gotten that toughness, especially on that 1 squad, that would have been a little bit more helpful. Getting the macroplasma to wound you on 3s instead of 2s might have been handy there.
Yep.
Okay. Couple of questions.
Yep.
There were a few situations where I felt that were interesting. So, for instance, you tagged the Vanguard Vets on turn 1 with your Scarabs. Why did you do that, out of curiosity? Because that gave them a bunch of extra attacks.
It did, but I decided that the main reason behind that play was to just tie them down for a bit. Because I knew the second they hit my warriors, they're pretty fucked. And I decided that I could maybe tie them up for a while with my Scarabs.
Right,
and then they just don't get to do it for like 1 or 2 extra turns.
And they did end up doing that, actually. Those Scarabs survived way better than I think anybody in chat expected.
I mean, that's what Scarabs do.
Well, when you're playing them, sure. Every time I played them, they never got back up. With that said, though, they did do a pretty good job. Like, a really good job doing what you asked them to do. And the Scarabs didn't go down really until, like, bottom of turn 2, to be fair. But that still is pretty good, considering the list you're up against. The other thing was reanimation. And we noticed that when you were doing a lot of your reanimating, probably to save time, or because it was simpler that way, you didn't really move around with it. You didn't do a lot of the hijinks that that might be expected. Do you think that that's maybe... Like, why did you think to do... Like, why didn't you do a lot of those movement hijinks? Was it just because I wanted to move fast, or was there actually another reason for it?
Well, it was mainly because of the move fast. I didn't really have many specific things in mind that I wanted to do with that. So I decided it was worth the time save.
Okay.
And I know this list takes up a lot of time just through movement.
Yeah, 60 warriors does take up a lot of space, not to mention the other 27 Scarabs. Speaking of which, that does make it very vulnerable to no prisoners. Do you just accept that that's a fact?
Yeah, I think it's like you kind of have to accept that playing Necrons in general.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I feel like.
And usually when you see a silver tie like this, a lot of people like to run it with the Silent King. You did not. Is there any particular reason why, or is there like you just don't like the model, or you just wanted to try something different?
Yeah. Thing is, I don't like running the Silent King in general, and I think I would have had to cut out on possibly the Scarabs, and I don't like doing that because I feel like they're kind of the best part of what happens.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Is there anything else you'd like to add personally yourself?
Not really.
Look, that was a tough match. Like, well played. Keep practicing and everything, and hopefully you do well in the rest of your pods. In the rest of your pod match, dude. That was a rough game. Are you okay?
Yeah.
All right.
It's just pretty hot in here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get that too. All right, you take it easy. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off Discord, and good luck with the rest of your pod.
Yep.
Okay, so that was Toby. And look, that was a tough matchup, and he seems to have handled it relatively well. But that was a brutal Deathwatch list. Like, that is a top-tier Deathwatch list up against the Necron list that is deceptively difficult to play, especially into a matchup like that will blow you off the board in no time at all. There is something to be said for how powerful the Redemptors are, but the Volca Contemptors, I think, again, showed just how incredibly strong they can be. A 96-63 victory here for Ark. Congratulations to the players. May both of you remember all your rules in the future. But being on stream probably had something to do with it. I don't know. Long story short, it was a game. I'm really happy that we got to cast it. I'm happy that we got to learn a lot from that as well. About the Deathwatch in particular, for me, was an education. I got to see quite a lot about how they work and how they do their thing. Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you folks enjoyed yourselves. If you did, hey, look, there's a whole bunch more games you can find over on our YouTube channel. If you put in TTSWH40K into YouTube, you can go ahead and find all the VODs of all of our different shows. Not just our alpha casts, but our tutelage games, where we teach people how to play the game on TTS, how to learn their lists, that kind of stuff. We also have our own podcast, also hosted by yours truly, that we also air here live on Sundays at 2 p.m. EST. If you want to go ahead and talk, hear the news about Alpha League and all that stuff, that's the place to do it. And you can check out the VODs on YouTube, like I said. And if you want to be a part of the Discord community, go ahead and check out the Discord as well. Thank you, the pants, for that. If you want to check myself out specifically, that's right, you can come over to see me and my guns personally over at twitch.tv/Slowwolf. I also have a YouTube channel, but it is currently under rethinking of what it's doing right now. But I also do put up some VODs and stuff there whenever I play them and remember to transfer them over. But yeah, you can go ahead and get more of me over there. I also have a Discord of my own, but you should, I'm not going to go ahead and plug that here. I've already plugged enough. And if you really want to go ahead and support what we're doing here with some financial support, if you've got the extra scratch and you really like what we're doing here on TTS Warhammer 40K, you can go ahead and check out our Patreon. That allows us to actually, give back a little bit to you folks by having potentially some prize support and stuff in the future. And who knows, maybe if it starts doing well enough, I can get paid for this. But that's not the point. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you folks enjoyed yourselves. If you did, be sure to let us know. Hit the follow button, hit the bell for notifications of when these videos go live. Do a subscribe over on the YouTube channel and hit the bell for notifications of when those videos and VODs go up, in case if you missed the streams here. And we'll see you folks next time. Bye-bye!